50% chance.
60 is better than nothing.
Yeah, just like the simulations. Now art can imitate reality.
Yeah, it's just called AI. It's been able to do that for like 2 years now.
No, that's regurgitating reality. So I guess that is a form of imitation.
See, imitation is the most flattering form. But when it comes to AI, no, that's just regurgitation.
Yeah, true.
There we go. Right. There we are. Going live. Over to live. Transition. Hello, everybody, and welcome aboard the SS Adventurer. As ever, I am your captain for this evening and your master of games. I'm joined tonight by 5 wonderful players who I would not be without, and who actually managed to break me for the first time last week, so that was very, very impressive. So, who wants to go ahead and recap the events of last week?
Well, we went past some kind of threshold, got ambushed by wererats. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Zero would be much happier if they were cats.
Zero
I would be. I really would be.
failed her save.
Yeah.
Zero failed her save. We got helped out by a centaur who was gonna lead us to his town. But then the centaur got murdered in the middle of the night by one of the dead one's minions, who, when Ravina tried to contact it with psionic abilities, instead the dead one came and talked to her, and then every time the dead one talks to her, now she gets a mark on her flesh that Zero figured out was old magic. We also tracked down one the wererat that bit Zero, but he didn't really provide any useful information other than telling us that there were wererats all over the country. And Zero immolated the wererat. We don't know if that's just something Zero would naturally do, or if it's like her wererat instincts taken over. So we have a couple weeks until the full moon, when presumably the curse would become much harder to remove. And we are without a guide. And
Immolate means burned alive, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
It just means set on fire.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
We have extra crispy rat.
You guys should just...
we know now that the dead one is keeping tabs on us and watching us, enjoying it every time we take a life, as it feeds him somehow.
So if we just kill
That's all I
everyone,
remember.
he'll overeat and then be too hungry and die.
No, then he'll have one.
We can't hungry our hippo way out of this, unfortunately.
Alright, so we're trying to find the dead one and killing him? Or the one who's controlling him?
No, that thing's already escaped. We're trying to make it to the
Yeah,
same
that thing was gone.
now.
Ravina barely got to talk to it, but it's not a threat to us because of the promises Zero made.
Okay, fair enough.
Deal.
So, you guys are at a juncture. You have a decision to make. Do you go to the Centaur camp, which is 2 days out of your way, and inform them of their companion's death? Or do you go the other way and head to Crescent Keep? Or do you chase down Polin in Trinaria?
Remind me again, what's in Crescent Keep and why were we going there in the first place?
Crescent Keep is on the way to Trinaria, and Crescent Keep is also where the Ublex experiment something told you. Experiment 2 told you about its sibling experiment, who is currently masquerading as the king of the land.
Wait, I think that was the other way around.
No.
Yeah, experiment. That my bad, Ravina. Experiment 2 is the one masquerading as the king.
AKA Jeff too.
Yeah, Jeff is number 1. Actually, we should check up on Jeff, make sure that the lizard didn't kill him too. That'd be really sad.
Can't kill a hive mind.
I mean, you can.
He'll be fine.
If you somehow manage to kill everything it possesses when there's like 30 of them, sure. That's under the context. He hasn't already possessed something else.
Well, I think it'd be best if we return the dead centaur to Canyon so they can give it a proper burial.
Probably next thing we need to do is actually get you on the map.
I mean, I don't know if we're going to be... Let me just check where you are. May not need the map just yet. Nope, don't need the map at the moment. If we need a map, I'll do that mid-sesh.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't need a map
Gotcha.
tonight. Hence why the cool graphic in the background.
But,
So-
yeah, my vote is for the Centaur camp to try to treat Zero.
Agreed.
And my vote's gonna be for the Centaur camp.
Man, we're going.
So-
I don't like that laugh, Cap.
Oh no.
Look, we're just gonna have all the centaurs die. It's fine.
And you ruin it. That's not evil anymore.
Is Zero just me like trailing like a few feet away from the party at this point?
No, you're gonna be sitting dead center.
Oh, really? You're going to be sitting dead centaur?
God damn it! Where am I going again?
Just remember what the rat said, Zero. It's all your fault.
We're at this point, we're
Look,
just
Zero
giving
already
her
doesn't have
actual
enough
trauma.
depression already.
At this point in time, we're just giving her trauma for her real life person. We're just traumatized.
My therapy is no longer working, apparently.
So for everyone joining the stream right now, just a reminder, tonight is brought to you by Monster and exhausted parents everywhere.
Hey,
Yay!
And the cool and refreshing taste of Coca-Cola.
that is
11.
that's
And an old cup
11.
that was filled with chocolate milk from last night. That's
So, guys, you take a couple of days and you have to sort of curve round on the road and go from heading northeast and turn to face northwest and start heading down that way. Let's get the map up very quickly.
Can we have just simply walk backwards? Because we came across the centaur camp in like 4, right?
No, that was like his little scout camp.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
where we rested at the night, but that was not the Centaur camp.
So you guys start heading
Okay.
back up towards Amala, specifically the Amala Hilllands. And it does take you a couple of days, but these couple of days do give you the chance of a breather. There's not much in terms of setbacks, and any setbacks they are, you can handle them really, really easily.
Okay, we're gonna need to pause there and fall back for a minute. Your microphone completely froze up.
Am I back?
Yes, you are. You need
Yeah.
to go back a few minutes.
Yeah, so as I was saying, you start heading northeasterly, And there aren't any major setbacks. There's nothing that you guys can't handle with any great ease. And you find you manage to make the time in these couple of days to fully rest and fully recover.
Yeah.
Yay!
That's good.
How do I?
Done it.
Is there a
Already
button
done.
for the long rest, or
Yeah, I've already done it.
I'm missing a hit dice.
0 for some reason only has 17 HP. That's because you're a wizard. Seraphim, you are a cleric. And you
Wait.
you have a 0
Two
con modifier.
really good hits and I'm already dead, so
Yeah.
let's do this.
Who's missing a hit dice?
Xavier.
Let me check
I
that.
only have 2.
On a related note, now that I'm level 2 Artificer, I can now make Artificer infusion. I'm
You're playing an
link-
Artificer?
Yeah,
I thought you were
I thought
playing
we're all
like a
level
nerd
3.
or something.
You're on level 3.
well, I'm level 1 Fighter and now level 2 Artificer.
Oh, you're multi-classing,
Must not
gotcha.
let me...
Yes. The reason I bring that up is that I now have access to infusions. I linked a list of infusions in our character discussion, and I was wondering if there was any in particular y'all want to have.
A
I can
cure
have
from being
4
aware rat.
total. So,
Xavier, you should have 3
Can I
hit dice
infuse
now,
my
yes.
weapon with the scented cheese?
if there's any that interest you that I can access right now, I can make them.
So, in the couple of days that
Bless
you
you.
are resting, on the morning of the 3rd day, you start heading up a dirt track path, and you can see the unmistakable hoofprints of Centaur. They're slightly deeper than horses, slightly wider as well for the larger frames. And you can see up ahead there is like a palisade wall that's been constructed, and what looks like large stables within the encampment.
Well, head our way over there.
Like a decent settlement.
And I'll
Do you
have
think
this, the Centaur's pike out front.
So, you said you were? Were?
Yeah, I'll be leading the party with the Centaur's pike and his amulet on the pike.
Are you sure?
Oh, no.
Wait, Centaur on a pike? What?
So, we're not going to carry the whole Centaur, because that's a lot. So,
Wow,
we took
nah.
his
Yeah,
pike
I know
and
you
his
took.
amulet.
I know you took those, but you're going to march up to a potentially hostile camp, holding memorabilia from one of their dead comrades.
Yeah,
Is
let's
that-
not do that.
I
Either
don't
way.
think we should present that first.
No. Just like, who are you? Shows the amulet. Die.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
we
bring
don't
news
want
to a
to,
fallen friend. Like, there's no way. Like, if a scouting party finds us, they're gonna want to kill us regardless. If that's how they're gonna act. Either we come here and present ourselves, or we get found and end up presenting ourselves in the exact same fashion.
Why don't we
Well,
tell them what happened before showing them the amulet?
Yes,
We were
exactly.
We told them we were attacked by were-rats. We found your comrade, saved him, but he had died to something else from his wounds afterwards.
And
Remember,
we should
they
probably
fought-
also mention that we may have put that squad he was part of, scouting squad, so they can corroborate for us.
Well, he was alone.
He was alone.
He was alone? Oh, I did not know that.
It also should be
Damn.
mentioned he died in battle.
Wait, But the scouting base would know we were with him, right?
The scouting base was his little camp.
Oh.
That's where we rested. Now we're going to the main camp where he told us to go to seek help for Zero. That's why we're here.
Fair enough.
Because apparently their elder is a lore keeper and he might know a way to fix her.
My assumptions were, not reality, unfortunately. Point is, tell them about the centaur, then the weapon. And probably also, what last
as you start to approach the encampment, two large armored centaurs come out of seemingly nowhere from either side of the gate. State your business, bipeds.
Hail,
Okay, what was the centaur's name?
You should have it in
Did
your
we
notes.
ever get his name?
You should have it in your notes, and you've got Archie to use as well. Vaskar.
Okay.
Vaskar was his name.
Okay, Vaskar, thank you. We were sent here by one of the scouts named Vaskar. One of our companions appears to have, we need some help. And he recommended to speak to your chief.
What do you know of the littling? Bear in mind, these centaurs are probably about an extra 2 foot above what Vaskar was.
It is okay. I'm gonna tell him the truth and say he died protecting us. We come with his significant belongings to return them to your tribe.
You speak with a sense of nobility, yet your rags say urchin. Let me ask you this. Can I get a wisdom? Double check that actually. Bear with me. I need to check something.
That's another thing. We should probably note that they would probably still be very hostile, knowing the fact that they're on the verge of being attacked by a shit ton of were rats.
He said I look like an
Can you all make me a charisma saving throw? Can you all
You're
make
so
me
sad about that. You're like, I'm
What
not
kind of saving throw?
charisma,
What
please?
kind of you do a charisma saving throw?
Ooh.
Well, that's sad. I'm gonna chalk that up
Let's
to being tired.
go.
Ooh. 17.
That's pathetic. How do you do a saving throw?
There should be a dice button on the right of saves.
On the right of your, on the right
There
side
it
of
is.
your main page.
Yep, got it. Oh, thanks. Fuck, I didn't
Very
get through.
well.
Hey,
I'll have you know where I come from. I would be considered to be dressing very stylishly.
So
That's great. I was fortunate enough to
Everyone-
that value.
everyone except Zero and Xavier pass. Zero and Xavier, you are compelled to tell the truth at all times. As a centaur slams his spear into the ground and a golden ring opens out wide. What is your business here?
I got bitten. I need help.
You are an infected.
A were rat.
I am sorry, my girl. You will have to speak with our elders.
Yeah, that's mainly why we are here. Because, she requires their help.
They will not be pleased with bipeds entering the camp. However, pass me his spear.
I will hand it over.
He takes it. and he says something in Sylvan as he turns and starts to walk inward toward the camp. He looks over his shoulder. You must disarm before meeting with the elders. I will ensure that your equipment is looked after.
Hey, Captain.
Understood.
What did he say by chance?
What?
What did he say in Sylvan?
You speak Sylvan?
He said, may my brother's hearth return to the ground and his spirit guide where it needs be.
Okay. Thank you. Zero's gonna look to the rest of the party and go, are you all going to lose your weapons, or...?
Oh, I'm disarming.
It would be unwise to do that.
Yeah, I will hand over my weapons.
Seraphim nods slightly.
I'll hand them my a crossbow and rapier.
I have 2 bows, a rapier, and 2 daggers.
I hand over my crowbar.
I got a monkey
God, you
stick.
had that.
So, who's missing? So as you disarm, the centaurs are very grateful that you have respected their wishes. They still seem very, very distrusting of you. The repeated use of the term biped obviously indicates that they are at some kind of struggle, or had some kind of struggle with humanoid races in the past.
Not to mention the wear out attack.
Could I roll a history check to see if I know anything about that?
Yeah, go for it.
It's gonna be an 18.
On an 18, the centaurs of the entirety of Villiarius, they're all nomadic. Their culture is nomadic. They like to have space to roam. Historically, within Gallo, their lands have been slowly restricted, as when anything bad has ever happened in the past, they're the ones that have borne the brunt of the accusations.
Ouch.
I got you.
Hence why their generic term for you is biped.
That
I
makes sense.
honestly just thought that just meant two-legged.
That's exactly what it means.
That's-
But they're four-legged.
They're quadrupeds.
Quadrupeds.
So, as you are led through this encampment, as I say, the stays are very much like horse stables, just a bit bigger. And as you head towards the end of the camp, you see a 7-foot high fire burning, crackling, the smell of smoke and ash filling the air. Behind it you can see there are 5 centaurs that are all kneeling down, all heads down in respect to this flame.
Do they look more regal compared to the centaurs we've seen so far?
Regal would be the wrong term. They are definitely older.
Ah, okay.
Oh, are these the elders?
Mhm.
Right. That's what I can infer.
Zero is going to bow their head towards this flame and see who speaks up first.
What time of day is it?
You see, it's probably about mid-afternoon here.
Okay.
So as you approach and you bow your head to the flame, you hear a voice directly opposite you. Bearing in mind there are 4 that can see you, the only one that can't is the one that is sat behind this flame. Child, you have wrought curses on this land. You have wrought destruction and death to many. Though not directly by your hand, you have also slewn one of our own. Why do you think you deserve charity?
I will be honest, I don't deserve charity or kindness or anything of that sort. I just wish to at least keep some form of self, if that's the right word. I wish not to be a burden on my companions here within the next 2 weeks.
You
I wish to...
hear another one of them speak. You would be wrong, child. You are more deserving than most of compassion and kindness. You have only ever made decisions that you have felt were necessary at the time. Though a little more caution could be thrown to what would be to come, you did what you have done out of love. Why do you see this as wrong?
I have caused deaths where it was unnecessary in the end of it all.
The end of it all? Are you still breathing?
For now, yes. What comes of me in 2 weeks,
Do you say that we could not fight if we wished to?
I was not speaking about you. I was speaking about my companions.
Do you believe we are 1 foot in the grave? Stop messing with the girl, would ya? For fuck's sakes! And you just hear them all just burst out laughing.
Poor Zero's just gonna be like, glad that they're wearing a mask because they don't know what to say.
She's just slowly crying on the inside.
Listen to me,
I
girl.
would do so.
We have spent a long time on these lands. Ain't no fucking other being from another fucking dimension gonna come in here and ruin our lives. We're the fucking strength of this earth. Where the ground beneath our feet gives way under the sheer force of rain, we will stand tall. You haven't faced trepidation yet. That's to come.
Zero's just gonna kind of nod their head in silence.
Think on what my brothers have said, because they have spoken some truth in what they said. But for the most part, they like to dick about, especially in the face of gods.
Sounds familiar.
How old are these centaurs exactly?
Old enough.
Can Zero
I've-
like suddenly look at the rest of the party and go like, "Can I have some help?"
Nah, it is you, sweetie.
enough.
Like, have fun.
Nah,
sweetie.
you're good. You're good.
As much as your
I'll give you a
theatrics
thumbs
can
up.
be appreciated, I presume you know of what ails our companion.
We have been told, What ails her is not something we can cure. But that's not to say we cannot teach you how to harness it.
And what if I know how to? And Zero slips into a Sylvan tongue, going, "What if I already know how to change forms?"
You know how to change forms, but do you know how to change when your mind becomes bestial? Do you know how to control a hunger and rage that cannot be satisfied? Many tales have been told, many stories passed down generation to generation. We believe in these tales there is wisdom, and these tales began with the lawkeeper. Though long gone and long forgotten, the gods' wisdoms are carried through us.
Alright. I'll learn.
Have you yet decided upon how you are going to move forward with your affliction? Are you going to embrace it, or are you going to try and fight it?
Zero kind of glances back to the rest of the party and nervously messes with their mask. I'd rather not see them hurt. I've always dictated my own forms in ways, so I don't know.
Calm yourself, child. You have time. I have a method of purification, but there is a high risk that it could take you with it. You could find yourself baked into the very earth beneath us.
I think a certain someone wouldn't allow it, but I'm willing to try anything.
I mean it, there would be no coming back.
Um,
9 out of 10 people are not strong enough to pass these trials.
Can I think about it, please?
I will give you till the morning.
Thank you. That'll be more than enough time. And Zero kind of backs away from the fire and scurries off to the back end of the party.
As the rest of the party and yourself look around, you see there are centaurs standing around, whispering, pointing, chattering.
I bet they're calling us the B word.
Can you
Are they
make
speaking in common or Sylvan?
Probably so.
I
Bit-
do have,
bit
I
of
do have a
both?
question about that. Did you continue in Sylvan?
Yes, that whole conversation was in Sylvan. As I understood
Just
it.
make
Okay.
Yeah.
sure.
So we don't know nothing about, like, the choice she has so far.
Yeah, I wanted to
All
be
we
sure.
had was just. Over here, just starring.
So, what should we do now? As they're switched back into common.
Well, I guess you could start by explaining to us what just happened.
A decision I have to make. Whether or not I want to embrace this new thing or fight it.
Can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please,
So-
Zero? Whilst this
Oh, no.
conversation's going on.
So,
Right.
become a rat or don't become a rat?
To be or not to be a rat?
As
Ooh,
you're-
too well.
As you're having this conversation, you see the image of a large lizard. The lizard that you saw put down the centaur flash into your mind. His head turns and his yellow eye fixes on you as you see a smile come across the lizard's face before fading.
No.
Lizard jump scare.
Okay.
How long do you have until you have to make a decision?
Monday, finally.
I have until the morning.
Huh.
We can explore it more in detail.
Yeah. Let's find a place to rest. Yeah, let's do that.
And we can potentially gather supplies for our journey to the hill.
Yeah, let's do that.
I would say, if you truly want to be rid of this curse, you should go about it as expediently as possible.
Well, let's be honest. You've either chosen to have Thalia dispatch you should you turn, which I'm guessing she's gone, so I don't know if you want to move that responsibility.
I guess she's kind of there in the background.
Yeah, she'll be in the background for a while.
We still have 1 week and 5 days, technically speaking, until she turns full were-rat, so.
Right, but
We
I'm already telling her,
appreciate-
like, she's kind of already said, like, kill me if it happens. So,
And I'm fairly
what's
sure
the worst that happens? You die in the process of saving yourself, or you die after you turn?
better we kill her before she turns when it's easier to kill.
Well, I'm hoping the process to remove the curse isn't too taxing.
It's either I embrace what I'm becoming or I fight against it, so those are my only two options.
Well, third, we.
Herbies in general, fairly bestial, you know.
Okay, well, let's look at the stat boost to see if you'll benefit from
Seraphim,
it.
Seraphim, could you please make me a perception check?
Oh no. First thing was called on me. Alright.
I'd like
That's
to mention that Zero's
deception.
kind of looking around a bit very nervously.
I figured it's just 'cause
Ooh,
you're
natural
worried
20.
about the... Oh.
Seraphim, you see a creature that you know is not native to these lands. You've read about them in books, and they're normally found in much warmer climates. You see a large 18-foot Komodo dragon scurrying on the outskirts of the camp at rather high speed, faster than they should be moving. It's hard for you to keep track of their movements. Before it disappears from your view.
Is that just Zero?
That is that is just Seraphim that sees that.
Oh.
You got that dragon sense.
Dad?
Well, we appreciate your help in with our companions' affliction. And we will be sure to make a good decision in due time.
They just
Seraphim's taking
nod.
notes of just
They nod politely towards you before going back into contemplation and back into meditation around this fire.
Seraphim's just thinking to himself, something don't feel right here.
What do you all wish to do now?
Well, it
Cyril,
sounds like we
very-
have to wait for the morning. As I just kind of look at
Oh,
Zero.
that's a deadline, yes.
Well, y'all could do whatever you want. I need to think on a few things, and they kind of walk away.
Oh, no,
Awkward.
no, no. Last time you walked away.
They're on a leash. Just putting it on a leash.
I just...
Look, Xavier, I
You've got to
learned
give
my
it to him.
lesson,
He has
okay?
a point.
I'm not going far.
Look. You're in.
We should
for-
probably find some logic
You
first,
might
so
be trying
we all
to
know where
hunt
to go
something
back.
down. Maybe chow down on something you're really not supposed to. I don't know why you're trying to hide from us, and why you won't tell us anything. You're allowed to have your secrets, but you stay within line of sight.
Zero very softly in Dwarvish will just say, "They'll hate me in the end, anyways."
Xavier
Hey, we
will
will hate
answer back
ourselves.
in Dwarvish. Hold on. Wait, do I have Dwarvish? I gotta double check. I do have
You know who would
Dwarvish.
probably have Dwarvish?
You said we'll all hate you. We'll all hate you in the end. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Xavier will answer back in Dwarvish. Then there's no reason to make us hate you now.
You know that language?
Hey, it's Dwarvish.
Crap.
Why do I even check what languages? Not there yet.
Regardless of what
Fine.
happens, we'll try to help you know, however we can.
I like you just
No, at least
keep
I will.
sifting through your whole lexicon of languages to say shit under your breath. No, sir, you don't chirp barking at me, you little turd.
Watch it just go back to cursing an abyssal.
Oh, you'll get us kicked right out of this camp.
Fine, Xavier. As I kind of like, wrench their. I'm assuming you grab their arm.
No, I wouldn't have grabbed you at that point.
The next stage of the rom-com.
You just picked them up like they were a small child? How did you prevent them from walking away?
Oh, I would have like walked in front of you if you didn't stop when I told you no, no, no.
Oh, okay.
And then if you
Fair
kept
enough.
trying to get away from me, then the hands would come on.
Fine, Xavier. What do you want to know?
What was discussed? Because you said it all in a strange language that, I'll look at everyone else, I don't think any of us speak.
It's not a strange language. It's Sylvan. That's what it is. And there was a method that was discussed, but I might not live.
And this method accomplishes...
Well, it's either I die or I get rid of it. So
you get to be free of the curse. But it could cost your life.
yes. And so far, my luck has basically been, no matter what I try to do, I can't die. It doesn't help that the thing has followed us here, I think.
Excuse me? What thing?
I saw it. A vision. Like we saw before. What Ravina saw.
That makes sense. I mean, our
Sorry.
friend is tracking us, following us,
We
and
need to
watching
put
us, and
the
like,
centaurs
he's probably
need to
gonna
be on
kill
alert.
anyone that we try to contact for help. By the way,
The
I'm
centaurs
gonna
need
walk up
be
to
on
her,
alert.
Zero, and I'm gonna give her a hug. And I'll tell her it's okay. We'll figure something out. Okay?
While you do that, you kind of feel like Zero just shrink, as in literally she shrinks in height.
Xavier will approach the Great Fire with the elders.
Mm-hmm.
that's why I said we should. If you want to get help from them, you should make it quick because there is a chance that our friend wipes them all out by morning, just for his own personal amusement.
Fine. I'll do it. If I trust you with something.
I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. Like,
Well,
we might have already signed their death warrants. Just saying.
well,
Thank you for that great bout of motivation.
But we should at least, you know, see if we can get rid of your curse before they die.
Yeah, you know,
I
say
don't-
so.
I mean, I doubt it'll be that for that lizard. Wipe them out. And I'm not sure if they would be so ready to do it.
And what if I die? I don't
Bless
want
you.
to die. I don't want to die.
Seraphim
I'm
Kneel
goes
feeling
up.
down and hug you
something's
some
not gonna
more,
let you
rubbing your
die.
head.
Seraphim approaches
Something is
I
Zero.
will
not gonna let
protect
you
you.
die. I think.
Seraphim goes up to Zero, looks at her and says to him, her as best as he can. And trust me when I say this, Zero. I am a medic, so long as I am here, I will heal every last scratch you receive. On my oath, as a medic and member of the party, you will not die. And I would make damn well sure of it.
I'm holding you to that, Seraphim.
You've seen the lengths I will go to heal someone. That includes risking my own life. Centaurs included.
Again, you act more and more like a father. All right.
That's the way you see me, and that'll cheer you up. Then look at me as a father as much as you want.
What? Did they give you any details about the trial?
Not much, just that there's going to be a lot, and I may or may not make it out. And if that's the case, I'll be okay.
I know you change forms, but from the sounds of it, you might not be able to handle the form, turn into that were-rat as of now.
Well, if I do turn it into the where we're at, I already know what's going to happen to me. It's just a matter of if that happens. And perfectly honest, I can handle it, I think. I mean, I've got you guys, right?
Yes, this is true.
Seraphim nods with it.
Personally, it's mainly a matter of would you rather try to manage the transformation, or do you think you'll beat the odds of the trial?
Either which way I look, I'm a dead person. I'm a dead fae anyways.
If you manage to master the form, could you get the boon?
Ravina,
Yes.
if I don't make it, I'm entrusting my supplies to you. Okay? And
What do you
Wow,
mean by
yeah,
your
give it to the
supplies?
rogue.
Ravina's playing a rogue?
No.
I thought Xavier was the
Starts a
rogue.
Do we even
Ravina.
have a rogue?
as
I'm the
Zero's
changeling
gonna-
wizard.
Yeah, Zero's Ravina's the changeling wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Zero
My
is
bad,
gonna
I forgot.
slip into an elvish tongue and go, there is a flower, a white flower in my component pouch. It is how I first got in contact with the dead one, and it's how I've maintained contact with Poland. If I don't make it, I'm entrusting you with keeping it safe. Please.
I will.
She'll
I
reply
will speak up
in
in
Elvish,
Elvish as well.
yes. Okay.
You would give to Ravina another avenue for the dead one to contact her after you told her not to speak with him?
It is a toss-up.
Didn't they?
Because
It is a
it can also
toss-up.
contact Poland.
Yeah, but she also said the dead one, so. And Ravina has 2 strikes.
Xavier, unless you are the one that wants to handle it, which you can be my guest, but okay. I'm gonna do it.
I'd rather you not take a risk, like such a large risk, but if you believe you can overcome it, I'll support you.
It's worth a shot. I mean, I've died once already. I mean, might as well do it again, right?
Now that we've discussed all that, this lizard you say mentioned us. Did it by chance happen to be a kimono dragon?
Oh, yeah, that's what you said.
How do you
Oh,
know
wait,
that?
you mean the vision? Okay.
How do you know that?
Because less than 5 minutes ago, I looked outside the camp. I saw what seemed to be an 18-foot-long kimono dragon moving at speeds that should not be physically possible. We should probably warn the others about this.
Understandable.
Seraphim just gives her a very light flick on the noggin and say, "Hey, look at me. I will heal you."
It's not us that will need the healing.
I didn't point at you. I'm talking to her.
The Komodo cannot harm us.
Fuck it. It'd be easier if I just die.
Then we'll leave.
He flicks her on the head again, saying, "Shut up."
Not accept that so easy. We'll fight and kill. To ensure we cannot live alone.
It'd also make
Okay.
it much, much harder for the rest of us if you were to die.
Yes. Agreed.
Let's warn the elders first of it. We need a name for it.
Why don't we just call it kimono? Or just the kimono dragon, because we know it's a kimono dragon.
I'm gonna
Or
call
the
it
servant
Gray.
of the dead one.
Can I just say it's Komodo, not kimono?
Komodo, kimono, same thing, different spelling.
No, they're entirely
No,
different.
No, its
I know
name,
it. I know what a
Its name will
kimono
be
is, and I know what a
Humphrey.
komodo.
That's just.
its name
I
will
just.
be Humphrey.
Okay, but what about what if
Hold
we
on.
call it
Hold on.
Cammy?
Hold on. I think I'm about to break again because it's a Komodo dragon in a kimono using a commode.
God damn it.
What the hell is a commode? The hell is a
That's a-
commode?
It's
It's
a
a toilet.
bathroom.
Wouldn't that just be Seraphim in a way, though, when you think about it? He's a walking lizard.
I mean-
If you put him in a kimono and put him in a komodo,
Now
is
I
he
can
resting in
just
the humble
imagine
abode?
Seraphim wearing a kimono at the commode.
what do you expect? A 6'8" dragon man wearing a kimono?
Anyway, sorry. That just
Anyway.
threw me off track. I'm sorry.
That was funny, mate.
That was a nice break of the serious tension.
That's one way to ruin.
Where were we again?
Oh yeah.
Warning the
You make the
elders.
decision.
Warning the elders
Oh, yeah.
about the Komodo dragon.
Yes, let's warn the elders first, and then I will do the trial, and then we'll go from there.
Are there any enhancements to your gear I could provide, right? That could help you in your trial.
Right now, we're
I
only
don't-
wearing our armor.
I don't know if that's a wise idea.
No, we don't have our weapons. We have our armor.
Right.
We weren't asked to
Well,
strip.
I can still enhance the armor, but I mean, I think that would take some time.
Push comes to shove, I've got my pouch, and I've got my book, so I'll be fine.
Stick
Alright.
them in the pouch. Open her up
Let's
and let
go.
it suck them in.
Let's go tell the elders quickly.
Very well.
So you guys head over to the elders. And as you get there, they're still deep in their contemplation.
Good afternoon. Sorry to interrupt your meditation.
If you were sorry, you would not have done it in the first place.
Well, we have some concern.
You have some concerns. What do you have to be concerned about exactly?
Believe we've been followed.
Yep, Seraphim, explain the details.
Outside this village, I had just seen a Komodo dragon. What I reckon to be about 18 feet long, moving speeds that should not seem possible for that species. Now, not too long ago, one of our party members had a vision about this very lizard. I think this would be a good time to probably set up some good defenses.
Do you believe us incapable of defending ourselves?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Do you
We just
deem
want to
us
warn you.
ignorant enough not to already have defenses in place.
Also not at all. I'd simply believe from my experience with this character, we best set up something possibly a little bit stronger. There's no such thing as being too overprepared.
We are more than capable, boy. You insult our strength and our intelligence.
The servant of the dead one is not to be underestimated.
And yet you
Before we shoot ourselves in the foot,
and yet you underestimate it. For fuck's sake, you old bastards aren't up to it again, are you? Once again, they just burst out laughing.
All these bitches. As soon as I get my hands on my warhammer, I'm slapping the shit out of them. And we all know how that ends.
Yeah,
Zero's
he
gonna
did.
mumble and Morvis like, I'm glad they're getting a laugh out of this.
You have nothing to worry about, lass. I may be the youngest of the Eldars, but I'm also one of the strongest.
That's good.
Have you made a decision on what it is you want?
I have. I will go forth with the trial.
Kind of bows his head out of pure respect. I'm sorry, lass. The likelihood of survival is less than good.
Seraphim just kind of puts a hand on her shoulder to
He
ensure that
goes-
she'll take copies of those.
And sits around the outside of this fire. As you hear the Eldars start to chant rhythmically, you see the flame in the middle start to swirl and twirl. The smoke and ash start to almost cascade down, almost like the magnosphere of the earth. It sort of cascades down and around to the bottom of the fire, and the fire starts to follow it. You feel called into the middle of this fire, Zero.
Before Zero goes into the middle of this fire, he's gonna look back at the party and go, if I don't make it, it was nice knowing you all. 2, if Poland asks if I'm okay, just lie and say I went on vacation, okay? And they're gonna go, and they're gonna walk into this fire.
So I'll give you a thumbs up.
I give you a nod.
As you walk into this fire, Zero, the flames start to swirl and twirl, and they close up like petals of a rose. From the outside, guys, you just see this fire turn bright, blinding white. It's up to the purification flames now. She either comes out or she doesn't. There is no two ways about it.
Well, she either became a were-rat or she died, so.
Oh, boy.
This may take a little while. Would you care to have something to eat?
Probably the
That'd
best.
be, that'd be quite
I would
nice.
be most honored.
Thank you.
Corcus, Mauritius, get over here. You see two
I thought it was
relatively
Texas.
young fowls. Sorry, relatively old fowls, young adult centaurs. Oh, hiya. I just saw your friend go in the flame. Is she okay? She must be insane.
I'll just give him a thumbs up and nod.
She's not been doing well lately.
We're all insane at this
I mean, it's a
point.
trial by fire,
Well,
and the alternative isn't that much better.
you did tell them of the last 100 people to enter that flame. One came out, didn't
Why?
you?
Why would we tell her that?
No.
They
They're
don't
they're
say-
saying
they
this
say
to they're saying this to
The elders.
the elders.
They did also say 1 out of 10 people survive.
Yeah, but he's saying 1 out of 100 have survived.
Yeah. Time
Well,
to make
the-
101.
Those other
I
people
mean-
that should have survived were weak.
Look,
Well-
both are true, right? 1 out of the last 100 survived. 1 out of the last 10 survived. It just 1 out of the last 10 survived. So then even if the 90 before that died, it's same math.
At the end of the day. At the end of the day,
Yeah,
No,
it's
that-
better than 10%
So,
chance.
so just on clarification,
Statistics.
they were saying 1 in 10 actually survive. He's saying only 1 of the last 100 people have survived that went into that flame.
Ah.
Statistics.
Those do not need to be mutually exclusive.
Statistics are only 1 million.
So what I'm hearing is that I'm more than likely dead, and I should start working on my backup character again.
No.
Got it.
That's
No.
what's happening, right?
What
No,
I'm
not at
hearing
all.
Is that your chances have gone up. Because the RNG is due. Become... Yeah, see?
Yeah, the gambler's fallacy means you're bound to survive.
Yeah,
No.
it's all been
So-
negative. Now the positive has to come.
Yeah.
Well, you say 1 of 100.
I'm believing
but
you two. I hope you know this.
Look, all I'm
What
saying
can you
is
tell us about that
PG
1 in
no
100?
lead.
And what do you believe made them separate them from the rest?
So, at this point, 0, can you make me a D100?
Oh no.
Fate roll.
Oh no. These D100s have not been great.
Ooh,
Oh,
99.
99!
Shit!
What did I tell you? What did I tell
Yes!
you? That's what's
Yes!
up.
Yes!
Try
It's
not-
a shame you had to get a 100.
Calm down,
guys.
calm down. You know that's the good side.
Try not to celebrate too soon.
Oh, you bitch.
Yes.
So, as the evening progresses, you settle down for a feast, and it's quite an extravagant feast. There is meat laid out for you, there is plenty of vegetables. So, I apologize, I never formally introduced myself. I'm Carmack. I'm the one that, why have I turned into a farmer's wife there? I keep the eldars. I keep them in check, and I'm the bridge between the young and the old. Although it won't be too long before I'm replaced, and my position here is pretty much null and void, and I'll just be another one of the old bastards waiting to die.
Well, at least you'll be the bridge to the bridge.
Aye, there is that.
Look at the bright side. You get to tell the jokes.
You might have noticed, I'm not exactly one for jokes. Or one for taking the piss out of people in need.
You are rather straight to the point. Which I do appreciate.
Tell me, did you convince her to take on the trial?
I'm just gonna kind of shrug.
It is a group effort. But
She had already decided should she turn and not be cured to be killed by us. So
We mainly ailed her and
They're a brave
reinforced
one.
her.
They're a brave one, I'll give them that. but all too often bravery and stupidity cross over. Far,
Oh, she's
far
known for
too
that.
often. From
That is
within,
only a matter of results, is it not?
from within the flame, Zero. You've been in here a good 2 or 3 hours, and it feels like an eternity. As every so often you'll feel an ember of this flame pierce its way through your skin and into your veins, and this ember does not burn out. It burns its way all throughout your body, through every single cell. It is painful and agonizing.
I figured Zero would kind of be. I figured there's kind of room in here to move. Is that right?
Just about.
I figured at this point Zero would have taken off their mask, showing their full face, as they are just weeping in pain, very silently. Uh-oh.
You just dropped.
Someone left.
Someone died.
Ravina.
Bye, Kitty.
You feel a hand reach through the flame and clasp hold of yours. As you look up, you see Polin's face.
No. What are you doing here?
You tried to keep me safe. I, and he shows you his hand, and you can see there are scorch marks up his arms. I felt your pain. I forced myself through the plains. Forced my way through reality. I had to make sure you were okay. And he looks upon your face for the first time. You realizing that you dropped your mask.
Zero's face is splotches of different colors, of different tones, and was it their left or right eye? I can't remember. Their hair of an ashen gray color, and their right eye is as white as snow, while the right is a royal purple.
You're beautiful.
Poland, you don't hurt yourself for me, please.
I'm just taking some of the pain. I'm taking what would kill you. I'm manipulating the
Poland, listen
You
to me,
see
please.
his skin start to shed again. You see the black leathery-like texture under his fingers starting to come out.
Poland, stop, please. I'm begging you, stop. Don't, please.
I'm safe. But I have to leave for a moment. and you see him fade back through the flame. You feel the rose in your pouch start to strengthen and bloom, and you can see it pressing against the edges of your pouch.
Zero's gonna quickly take the rose out of the pouch and look at it.
As you look at the rose, you see the flame soften. It slows down. The flames around you seem to calm. And they slowly become feather-like. As you inhale once more through the flame, you feel the rat deep within you burn away. As the flames give way and open back up again, you feel a sense of relief. Before you collapse. Not unconscious, just asleep. At this point, when
Yay, a free nap!
At this point, when the party realise that the flame has given out, it is early morning. It is early morning by the time the flame gives, and you just hear the of Zero's body giving out.
Right, so
Damn!
I would like to go up and check on her, see if she's okay.
I'm gonna do the same, and I'm gonna
You know,
run a medicine
still
check.
alive.
I'm gonna run a medicine check on her.
You can make a medicine check.
Better idea.
I'm going to assume Zero did not have time to put on their mask again.
Nope. Seraphim.
Oh god, she's ugly and disfigured by the flames.
Oh, I
Seraphim, on a 19, your friend is fine. And you look through where the infection, like the bite mark, was, and it appears to have fully healed.
Seraphim gives out a sigh of relief and looks back at the party. Tells them the diagnosis. Everything seems to be just fine.
Well, you weren't kidding when you said this one was strong. In all honesty, she's probably the best of us. Trusting
Like
that
the 31.
Trusting that you all managed a good night's sleep. Oh, and there was no sign of any lizard. What were you talking about?
Did I fail to mention it moved at somehow speeds a kimono dragon should be incapable of moving it?
Aye, you might have mentioned that, but you'd have still seen something.
No tracks, no any leftover signs?
Being we're dealing with a companion to what is essentially a god, I don't think tracks would be that hard for them to cover.
I'm not so sure it's your friend over there that we should be worried about.
Mate, I am a war dragon.
Damn,
I
sneak it
have
out.
suffered PTSD 10 times over. That is obvious.
He like pokes you with the blunt end of his spear.
I had to take a drink there.
Understandable. Yeah?
Can you centaur stop poking me with your fucking sticks? Last time nearly killed me.
It was
Granted,
just a
I was already
friendly
dying.
trap. You couldn't
Yeah.
handle it.
Don't worry about it.
Well, last time I was nearly dying.
It is good to hear that nothing came about our suspicion. Or rather, what Seraphim saw. And I'm very glad that Zero is okay.
Do I get a chance to wake up?
You there,
You will
Cat?
do. You will do. Yeah, I'm still
The
here.
video's frozen.
No, it's not. I'm just watching. I'm watching you guys talking, listening.
At least on the roadside, he hasn't made it his usual
You're also
laugh.
cutting out. I think. Was that a me problem?
No, I wasn't
I
cutting
think
out
it's
at all.
a problem.
I think it might be a me problem. Because now, Sergeant's video is messing up for me.
Might be worth just trying to restart Discord.
Alright.
However, Zero, you still don't wake up just yet.
Of course not.
He sounds so disappointed.
It's exhausting work
Well,
being awake for more than 24 hours and then being subjugated to extreme heat, extreme light, emotional trauma.
Poor Zero, they can't even put on their mask.
Yeah, that brings me next thing. I don't exactly know how to take that part of the backstory in between it all. Did you probably mention my out-of-character discussions that Seraphim holds some slight hatred towards changelings?
Wait,
So I
Well, I
really
will
don't-
say,
what?
hold on. I will say this: no one's done like an investigation or anything to figure out what Zero is because they look very, very weird.
Yeah, all
I
you've
feel like
got
it's
is...
other than the fact that your face looks weird as hell, you just came out of white fire. We're dealing with gods here. Since when was the look of your face anything?
Granted, the
You know, fair
only
enough.
I
visual
roll
we have
an
of
Arcana
your
history
person-
to tell what she is, or nature, I guess.
Good idea, actually.
It's
I
all the
actually
same
am
roll.
going to roll an investigation check on her. Fucking whore.
I mean, I can do an investigation as well.
I haven't asked you for an investigation.
Oh, my bad.
Apologies.
I only roll if I specifically request it, please, guys.
Yes,
There's a
sir.
reason for that.
Yeah,
Yes, Daddy.
right. I thought it was implied. Okay.
So,
Right.
as you guys obviously see Zero's face, you could try and make me a nature check or a medicine check to see what afflicts her.
No, I don't
Afflict
recommend
is the
it,
wrong
check.
word, but you know what I mean, Zero, I hope.
Yeah, I
God
do.
damn it, Lord McMuffin.
I didn't do
Alright, let's roll
shit,
that nature
bro.
check.
You're the one who always said you roll another than that one.
Wow,
Sure.
our rolls are like cheap.
See? Like, it's not that hard,
Damn.
guys.
Xavier, there is nothing outwardly wrong with Zero at all.
Well, I don't know what she is. Oh,
Well,
I
I'm
still
gonna
wish
ask,
to-
like, what form has Zero taken, or is she just in changeling form?
Hmm?
Because she's in a humanoid. If she's in just like a normal human-looking form, she's gonna maintain that through unconsciousness.
I mean, I'm assuming default form.
Yeah, she did specify that she was in default form.
Right.
Okay, so the gray
And-
skin,
And after I do my check, while I don't know who she is, I still wish to respect her wishes, so I'll look for a mask and put it back on her.
I
Sure.
know exactly how to do this now.
Yeah, and hopefully, like, I guess the. Hopefully, we were the only ones to see her like face.
No.
Yeah,
Centaurs don't care.
I put the mask back on. Fair enough.
What was that, Cap?
I said the centaurs don't care what you are.
Fair enough. Solidarity.
Fair enough. This is
Yeah.
a nice
Give me
nap.
more trauma.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, just they take care of her while she recoups and
Sure thing.
recovers.
So Zero is out for a little while. Can I get either nature or survival from the most intelligent of you, please? And I think that's Seraphim with the highest intelligence.
How do I check my intelligence?
It'll
be on your
main
Okay,
page.
I got 13.
Oh, hold up.
I got 13.
Okay, Cap, what did you say?
Either nature or survival.
What's your intelligence?
Okay. My intelligence is 5, so my nature check is also 5.
Alright.
But didn't
Oh,
you say
plus
that's
five?
highest?
Intelligence. In intelligence,
You have
the roll.
20 intelligence.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, plus
Not
5
5.
modifier.
okay. I forget
Okay.
to say.
Yeah,
I got
plus
plus
5
5 in
intelligence.
survival.
20 total.
Anyways.
That's what I meant, yeah.
Roll it!
But anyways, yeah. Roll that nature. Skills and nature. Alright, respectable 17.
Better than that one.
True.
Perseverance. On the outside of town, you do notice there are some rather rare, pricey herbs. On the eastern side of
Is
town.
Alistair back?
Okay. I didn't know we were exploring, but cool.
No, I was just letting you know that you noticed them. Don't have to go and have a look at them.
Oh.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Speaking of that, we haven't seen Alistair in a while.
Do I know what kind of herbs they are?
Wolf's Bane. It is a very potent herb. And does a very specific job.
No.
Jeez, I wonder what the job is.
To cure lycanthropy.
Like from a name of Wolf's Bane.
Nope. Nope.
Damn.
You'd think so, but nope.
And I guess I don't know exactly what that job is with the 17.
That was a nature check. It would have to be a medicine check.
Fair enough. I'll try. Can I try to roll that?
Yeah.
Alright. That's rough, buddy.
You just know it's a very expensive herb. You're like a guy in Pandora on Christmas Eve. You know they're expensive,
enough.
you just don't know why.
Sounds like anytime I go to the store for groceries.
Fair.
You know exactly why. Corporate greed. Anyways,
Another interesting. Well, okay, what are we doing right now?
waiting for Zero to wake up.
Alright.
Can we just click T and do the wait button on every Skyrim game?
So, after a few hours, if you're ignoring these very valuable and precious herbs,
I would ask about it because locals.
the centaurs, they're nervous around it. They don't like it and they don't use it.
Would you mind if I take a few twigs? I guess if that works. If that's the term.
Sorry?
And basically, I'm asking if I can take some of them.
You can take someone with you.
Okay.
Would
Who-
it not be worth calling Seraphim over, who's experienced in medicine?
Okay. About how many are there? Did you say something, Cap?
No.
How's it?
Yeah, no, I asked who you're taking with you.
Oh. Okay. Well.
Because I thought you said you wanted to
I-
take someone with you.
Oh no! I meant I would like to take. I want to take, like some of the wolfsbane.
Oh yeah, that's fine. You'll have to leave camp to go and get it, but that's fine.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm passing time anyway, so yeah, I'm curious about them too, so might as well. Yeah. I mean, does anyone want to come with me? I mean,
Considering I've got knowledge of medicine, it's
Sure.
probably best Seraphim does.
I'll come with you.
Yeah,
Let's say
I'll
if you invite us, yeah, we'll go grab some wolfsbane.
come back with devil's lettuce.
So, as you guys leave the camp, so who's going? Seraphim,
Xavier.
Xavier,
I mean,
and
I'm not
Yeah, I
sure if
guess we'll
all
all
of us
go
need to go.
together.
I mean, it's just some plants.
Hey, plants can make
I mean-
potions.
Yes.
Hey.
I mean,
I assumed
I
one
mean, I
of
guess
you. I'm assuming at least one of you would wait behind in case Zero wakes up whilst you're gone.
yes, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll wait behind. I'll wait.
Split the party, split the party.
Okay.
It's always good, isn't it?
I'll wait
Great.
behind.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I think
we've got Ravina, Perseverance, and Xavier going. Cool. Perseverance. As you and the others step outside of the camp.
Oh, if I may, real quick, Cat. Do
Mm.
we collect our weapons upon leaving, or do
Yes.
we have to?
You can collect them upon
Okay.
leaving, that's fine.
Okay, yeah, I'll do
Upon,
that.
upon leaving the Centaur camp, you go round to where, like, you stick really close to the palisade wall just so that you don't wander too far.
Right.
And as you come round onto the eastern side of the camp, you can see a big field of this wolfsbane. And again,
Wow.
very, very expensive herb. It costs about 5 gold pieces to the pound. And 1 pound is approximately 30 odd flowers of these flowers, because you have to have like the vine and the flower. So yeah, it is quite an expensive.
Well, I of course don't want to take too much. May I roll a d20 to see like the percentage of flowers? I mean, like flowers I'll take. Because like I feel like up
Yeah.
to 20% is good.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'll gather up 17% of the flowers.
Yeah,
And-
that's fine. So that'll
Yeah.
be.
I-
Uh,
I can say. I mean, I
that,
think.
that,
Right. I want to use an infusion to make a bag of holding, anyways. Can I say I made that and
that would come later. Just for the time being, that would be maybe 170 flowers. So it's not going to weigh a massive amount, especially split amongst the party.
okay.
But what I was
Okay,
going to
fair
say,
enough.
is as you bend down to pick up some of these wolfsbane flowers, you feel a drip on the back of your neck, and you smell a very, very noxious smell.
I'm gonna turn around to see what dropped on my neck.
Oh no, you're not turning around.
I'm not?
You're looking up.
Oh.
you see the smiling lizard.
Oh, wait. You won't be
Completely,
shocked.
completely invisible to the others. You hear a voice in your mind. I consider you to be the one that's going to cause the most problems. So this is just a warning. My deal with your friend is in place as long as you keep up your end of the bargain. If they break their pact, or you decide to try and take me on, I will strip you of your armor. I will lay you bare, and I will place you in a rotting swamp for the acid to slowly dissolve you whilst you are chained to the trees around you. Do I make myself unequivocally clear? Besides, my pet here, and you see a shadow figure kind of step round to the side of this giant monitor lizard and just place his hand on his neck. He's especially hungry. Aren't you, my darling? Oh, and one more thing with this flower. Watch your step. And it disappears. The others look at you, probably looking at you like a crazy person, because you've probably just been stood there like looking up from this bent down position.
Yeah. I'll probably be still kneeling down, about to pick up the flower, and then, looking up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, out of character. Is this the guy Zero freed?
Yes.
The dead one, yes.
Okay, and what was their pact again?
Their deal was that he brings no harm to Polin, and he brings no harm to you as a party.
Okay.
Okay, what do we do then?
In exchange,
What was his
we
part?
can't
Yeah.
interfere with him.
What was her part?
Her part,
Her part was freeing him.
yeah.
So if we attempt to chain him back again, that would break her pact.
So I let the others know about what the dead want, especially the warnings, and say to them, we must proceed with caution and prioritize ensuring Poland's safety.
As this is going on, Zero, you wake up whilst the others are outside of the camp.
Seraphim's just
Wait.
sitting across the room from her.
Zero's gonna sit up and paw their face, realizing their mask is back on. Oh god, how long was I out?
Approximately. How long was she out, Captain?
Well, she was in the flame for about 12 hours and then was probably out for about another 4.
Okay.
So she'd been gone
You were
about
out-
16 hours.
You were out for about 16 hours, Zero. Welcome back.
Thank you. And I'm assuming they're still holding the flower, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. They're gonna quickly stuff that back into their component pouch.
That's
Where?
what she said.
Where?
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Damn it, I missed the funny.
Where are the others, Seraphim?
I believe they've
They-
gone out somewhere. Now I've checked over your body. You've retained no injuries, and the bite from the rat is completely healed. But one thing I had noticed, your face had been completely covered in other colors. I've never seen any sort of illness. What by that? Do you have any idea what that may be inflicting?
Um, I It's not anything dangerous. It's no disease or anything. It's just how my skin has changed.
Seraphim quickly thinks to himself about about an old a time he had wanted to forget. In shock, he had quickly gotten up and stood back, screaming at her, "You're a changeling!"
I Look,
Without
You'll understand in a minute.
Doesn't bother me. I've seen tons of really pale people.
You're not it's just me and Zero. This kind of
okay.
part of the backstory
Oh,
for
okay,
Seraphim.
sorry. Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
unless-
yeah. We won't get fucked the wolves. Sorry.
okay. Look, Seraphim. I am a changeling, but one of not my own design. It's complicated, okay?
Well, you better start explaining, otherwise I will be getting my warhammer. It's ain't the first time I've dealt with the changeling, and every time I have, it has never been good.
Zero's gonna take a very, very deep, like a heavy sigh, and go, and as they remove their mask, and go, look. There was once a happy family. Warm, loving family. But a really, really, really bad person decided to come and ruin it. Decimating the whole family, taking the little girl, making her forget any time she returned back to her new home. And on one fateful day, a lady clothed in wings of black and raven feathers gave her an opportunity to go and hide elsewhere, shifting her form so she could never be found. That's all I can tell you, because that's all I can remember.
Seraphim just kind of looks at her, calms down slightly, says to her, "So you were never born a changeling, you were turned into one?" Cautiously replies.
My body was once of metal and wires. Once before. I originally hail from lands that are not even here.
Is this like it?
I was given a chance to live. But my main objective is all relatively still the same.
And what would
Help
that be?
others. Help others in detriment to my own. I can be replaced, reshaped, remolded. Whether it be for good or evil. Though, frankly, I'd rather it be for good, because my track record with other people have not been the greatest.
Seraphim calms down and gives a big sigh. He goes to sit beside her quietly. "I'm sorry I reacted like that. Since you shared your past, I'll share mine. I told this Ravina once, but as a child I was practically born into war. I was taught the ways of fighting. I'd been fought in the war. After a long time of that, I eventually had to flee my country. In that time frame, there was about 5 years I'd done mercenary work. During that mercenary work, I had met someone actually very similar to a Red Wing at the time. He had a Raven as well, indeed. Eventually, we had done a lot of mercenary work together, till one day, the guild officer had barged in looking for me. I had ended up being arrested that day. And one day, I found the dwarf himself approach me. Turns out he was a changeling. He had actually taken my friend. He had got me in jail. He had put me in jail for false accusations. I managed to blow my way out of there, and I've been on the run for quite some time since. That was about 20 years ago, and I never saw the dwarf again. Since that day, changelings have... It's been one worry in the back of my mind since.
Well, I can assure you I will shift again. Not anytime soon. I suck at maintaining forms, I'll be honest.
Well, you've done better than what I've seen.
Okay, look, I only shifted into an Asmir once. I've been in my normal default form ever since.
Trust when I say this. As a member of our party, one thing I will always know, no matter regardless of your race, if you have an ability that will give you an advantage in a fight, use it.
If
I'm
only
sure
others would be kind. But we'll see.
Trust when I say zero, while I may hold hatred for changelings, it's not enough for me to not heal them. The Hippocratic Oath as a medic and the sins I've committed, I am pretty well bound to heal anything and everyone I can. But that's under the context that they are willing to change for the good, or in your case, continue to be good.
And so the seeds of doubt are sown amongst the party. Having relieved herself of the Lycan's curse, enduring pain which can never be described, only experienced. As the party progresses on this journey, you'll have to wait a few minutes whilst we go for a very brief break. We will be back very, very soon. Until then, just enjoy the chill vibes, and we will be back to the state of play in 5-10 minutes.
Archie.
Don't forget to dismiss Archie.
Oh yes, I need to pause Archibald. See, that's how it's
Wow,
done,
really?
guys.
I am loving where this is going. That went exactly as I had hoped.
Here, Cap, let me serve my heart on a silver platter to you again. Jesus Christ!
I mean, you are one fine shelf, Zero.
So what the fuck are you, Pinocchio or something?
Not necessarily. Zero's background is a little bit more complicated than what I worded it as.
You're once
gist
made
of
of
it-
metal and nails. What do you expect?
Metal and
It's very-
wires.
I
Same
guess
thing
like a
spelling.
medieval cyborg.
Warforged, duh.
Duh.
Yeah.
No, Zero was... How do I describe this?
Pinocchio.
We were on a break, everyone. We were on a break. It doesn't count. We were on a break.
By the
Has
way,
anyone-
you're still live, Cap, on TikTok.
Oh no, I know. I'm live on the other one as well. I just need to be right back here.
Oops.
There we go.
Yeah.
Transition. Yeah, no, TikTok, I have to remain live, but you know, they can join in with the chill vibes and the, you know, chatting shit,
Yeah.
the chatting of shit.
I guess.
But that's my impression of Trump if he was in an episode of Friends.
We were on a break.
Never watched
I
Friends.
I won't have it said that we weren't on a break. I didn't do anything wrong. We were on a break. You can't prove anything because we were on a break.
Right.
It was one of the
That's
best
enough,
breaks you've
Shakir.
ever had.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, was she?
Also,
I
love
wasn't-
that I was considered the biggest of the party.
Hold on.
I wasn't meant to put meats in the trifle.
Last I checked, Jess, I'm taller than you. You're just considered the biggest problem.
I'm so proud of that.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm amazing.
I am going to be stepping away for 5-10 minutes. If you guys want to stay and chat poo, stay and chat poo. If you want to go and have a bio break, grab a drink, do whatever, go and do it now. Now is the time to go and do it. TikTok, we will be back to normal scheduled programming in about 5-10 minutes time.
This is an emotional episode, guys.
I am loving where this is going. The backstory building, this is so good. Not gonna lie, I do want to use. I know as Seraphim, I've only explained like the full beginning of his backstory to Ravina. I really wanted to there, it just would have taken too long. This is one thing I
character discussion a bit more.
Agreed. One thing I'd like to know is, do you guys actually think I've done a decently well job of building Seraphim?
Yes.
I think
You're doing pretty good.
Awesome. Joy's reading like 400 manga.
Woo.
Right, well, I'm gonna
That's a bio.
Yes, I'm gonna make me a sandwich.
Woo.
I feel emotionally drained. I need coffee.
Understandable. Not gonna lie, when the lizard gave me his speech, I did kind of get stun locked. And like, disassociate a bit, maybe?
Hey man, I get that. The whole like thing between Zero and Poland, I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ. I am back. We will just await for the rest of the party to return. This is just a reminder. Oh, hold on. I need to go back live on the other one. There we go. This is just a reminder to everybody that tonight is brought to you by Monster and exhausted parents everywhere.
We get a second sponsorship?
We are rolling in the dough tonight, folks.
We're gonna get so much freaking ad revenue.
Hell yeah.
I genuinely wish I was getting paid for that line, but
And the cool, refreshing taste of this empty Coca-Cola can says friend.
Oh boy, a friend.
Yes. Yeah, our corporate overlord is our friend. Thus, we must give them all of our money.
The other thing,
It just makes me want to play Cyberpunk after this.
the other thing is, I'm extremely
Very
glad.
understandable.
I mean,
Man, I'm so sad about Cyberpunk. I only tried it once, and it was a glitchy fucking mess.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will be honest with
It
you,
got better.
McMuffin. If go
But
ahead and
I didn't-
download it now and get the DLC, it is phenomenal.
So I didn't play it when it came out. I played it after all the fucking patches. Let me describe to you my
Ah.
first time playing Cyberpunk, okay? Because it's fucking fantastic. My little brother wanted me to try out the driving in the game and shit, so he called up
Right.
Ooh.
V's motorcycle, and he had me
Uh-huh.
play on his character. So I was driving around a little bit, I was having a little bit of fun. I'm like, yeah, this is pretty good, and I started doing a burnout and shit. And I swept over, and this lady walked in the way, and I ran over her, and Jesus
Oh,
Christ,
that.
man,
Oh no.
And anyways, she got sucked up into the wheel well of the motorcycle, and then just started glitching and stretching and spurting out and shit.
Oh
And
no.
I'm still burning out, and I'm laughing my ass off because I'm just like, well, that's something different, right? Well, eventually she lets go. She launches backwards and dies, and I launch forward into a crowd of people, killing 5 of them, and immediately go to like 5 stars.
Oh
And my little
Really
no.
brother's
accurate car
fucking
crash.
panicking. My little brother's fucking panicking because he's just like, they fixed this shit. What the fuck?
They didn't fix anything. They just made it crash less.
But then
Also, those
he had me
chips are
start up a
super
campaign.
loud, by
Also-
the way.
They are insanely loud, yeah.
Also,
Mate.
you're using chopsticks with them?
Yeah.
Why not?
And it's stainless steel as well.
Fucking bougie
I like
shit.
that. Why not?
Chopsticks are great.
It's
Oh,
stainless
Yeah,
steel
have
as
a
well.
drink. I'ma get it.
also,
But,
No, chopsticks are great, but like,
I just want to say this about the state of games in today's society, right? We should not have to. Right, listen. We should not have to pre-order or buy a game on release and then wait a year for that game to be fixed and functional and playable. Any game,
There's
no matter how good the game is, if it is released in that state outside of an alpha or a beta testing state, I will not play it on principle. Because I will not support that level of stupidity. I would quite happily wait an extra 3 years for a game I really want to play for it to come out in a playable state.
Hey,
yeah.
But
the
I'm
last
fair
game I
enough.
purchased just out of pure, oh, we got to get this, that kind of hype bullshit was Skyrim. And God, what a fucking sad game.
I mean, it
I
depends
haven't
on
played
the
that
person,
long.
right? Some
I'm
people,
probably going to get a lot of fucking hate for this, but
enjoy
Skyrim is a
Skyrim.
shitty game.
some people love Skyrim because it can just like turn off their brain and just like follow the quest and like do whatever.
and
And
those
it's
are the
fun,
why are
right?
the people that played just Skyrim and not any other Elder Scrolls?
That's what I'm
People
saying.
are not into
It's
that.
so bad.
see,
I would say I would like.
I started playing
ahead, Cap.
Oblivion. I started playing Oblivion, and I tell you what, despite the fact they left all the bugs in, it's still a phenomenal game, and the bugs are just funny. They don't impact the game in a negative way. They just make me laugh. Like for instance, seeing a zombie or a skeleton that you've just murdered trying to crawl its way outside of a wall that it's got stuck in, just so that it can then collapse 5 seconds later, is mwah.
So, Cap, while you're playing Oblivion, have you gone through the Mages Guild yet?
I haven't. I mean, I haven't really picked it up recently. I've been playing Expedition 33. Phenomenal game. Get it, play it. It's amazing. And
Yes.
I've been
Only for
again.
$50.
I've been reworking my way through Baldur's Gate 3 with all the extra difficulty mods, and I've found loads of new areas that I've missed on like my first 10 playthroughs.
Nice. But no, when you get into Oblivion and you get to create your own spells through the Mages Guild,
Yeah.
create a spell that drains as much stamina as possible. You're going to take that spell and go into any town square and use it immediately. And use it on as many people as you can. It is funny as hell. especially against the guards.
This
Because
sounds
what
like a
happened
war
is-
crime.
No. So what happens is they have 0 stamina.
This sounds like a
right?
comic
So
book.
You hit them and they drain all their stamina, and the guards especially love to open up their attacks with the melee power attack. What happens is, as they're lunging forward in their power attack, they pass out and they launch themselves across the fucking map. It is fucking amazing. You have to try it sometime. It is some of the best shit you will do.
I will bear that in mind for when I next pick out. However, I think we are all back. Are we not?
I am back.
Yes, we should be back. Is
I'm alive.
Rowena, are you there?
Yes.
Awesome. Then let us continue tonight's session. So when we left off, Zero, you had...
Archie.
Oh, Archie. Thank you. Bear with us whilst we get our note taker back in here. Resume. Yeah, so as we left, Zero, you had just come back. You'd obviously had that bit of an exchange with Seraphim. Perseverance and the others had gone out to the fields. Perseverance had an encounter with the dead one and his pet. And now we are just coming back together for a big old group hug and absolutely no trauma being left from the
And then Percy tells her
experiences.
about the dead one.
Right, I did tell, Xavier and Ravina about,
Yep.
The threat the dead one made.
Are you gonna tell Zero?
Well, once we get back, yeah.
Why don't we give her a minute to rest?
Yay, trauma! Little stinker.
Yeah.
Stop biting me.
Yeah, so parents tell everyone else first, and then Zero, after she's fully recovered.
I'm gonna ask Zero if she's still craving cheese.
If you ask that in character, I will chuck something at you.
Oh, I will.
Do it.
I mean, we all want to know.
It's good to see you all.
Zero still with their mask off, kind of hums and goes, "Thank you. I'm glad to be back, actually."
Oh, you actively have your mask off in front of us.
Yeah, as a show of goodwill to Seraphim.
Yeah, I feel like we probably walked in at the tail end of their conversation.
I
Seraphim looks-
suppose you all have questions?
I
Well,
don't
you're
wish
not
to try
exactly
if
the
you're not.
gold-scaled creature that we saw last time.
Oh, that much I figured.
Right, about that. Don't freak out. Zero kind of still sitting up on the bed, closes their eyes and shifts to look like Xavier.
Oh, hell
A
no.
shapeshifter.
I thought
He's gonna kind of be like, he's gonna kind of fold his arms, kind of mad about it. You got my nose wrong.
That's a good
He's not
possibility.
He's not happy you changed into him.
I
Yeah,
can just
but-
imagine like she's made the nose like 0.5 millimeter shorter by mistake, and you're like really offended by this.
I mean, honestly, it's an improvement.
Thanks.
He's just very insecure about his nose. The guy like a big
Very
nose.
It's the
Yeah,
only
that-
part of his face you can see.
He's very insecure that someone now has his face.
Am I the only one who doesn't wear a mask in this party?
I don't.
I
know.
don't wear
Yeah.
a mask.
It's literally just me and Zero that wear masks.
Ravina, doesn't Ravina?
I don't wear a mask.
Oh, I thought you wore a face mask or something.
No, she's a
No.
cute anime girl.
I'm an anime girl. Not really, but I'm an elf. Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah.
With that, Zero shifts back to their default state. It's just not the only form I could take. I could take forms of others if I so desired, though I find that people criticize it. Your nose, for example, I didn't mean to get that wrong.
The useful build.
I am what normal, common folk call a changeling.
And we're all here now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Minus Dahlia.
while here. And she's in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is rather impressive.
And I will be honest, the only reason why I was... When you saw me walk out of the mines look like a golden Azamar was because he showed me what it looked like. I can't shift forms unless I can't shift into a new form unless I see someone look like that.
That makes sense. Exactly. It turns into something you don't know.
Right, for example, you, Perseverance. I can't shift to look like you.
Right, you could only shift to
Ooh,
look like
somebody just
armor.
got called out.
It's understandable. Closest would just be, well, imitating my armor.
It doesn't work exactly like that, but sure.
Yes. I get the point, though. This is pretty cool.
You should have been a rogue.
Just some ground rules here. I don't plan on shifting unless it's absolutely necessary.
Of course. I would not want to push you to do anything.
Thank you. Any other questions? Also, I would not recommend doing that trial. It was something.
I bet. Yeah. We obviously should be wary about any fights in the future. To, not have to go do that.
I plan on staying at least 50 feet away from the next were creature I see. That's not Captain Axel, but,
Captain Axel's a were creature?
Well,
Yeah,
I don't think. I thought he was
He
just
showed us
a.
the
I thought he was just a tabaxi, or whatever that lime version was.
Oh, that's right. Wasn't it already revealed to all of us that it was?
Well,
Yeah,
he
it
showed
was
us that he was a
revealed.
tiger person.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right, Leonid.
I felt like I said something I shouldn't have.
I mean, he showed us his face.
Yeah.
No, he came out as aware.
Yeah, I'm just an idiot who
No,
forgot.
not. I don't think aware something.
Yes.
It's-
Captain
you know.
specifically introduced him as coming out as aware. Aware tiger to the party.
Yeah.
What's next
Not
up?
just
Are his
Berserk.
pronouns who? Are
Is
his
this who
pronouns not here? Are his pronouns literally not here?
Sure. Well, regardless.
Where were you all? Seraphim was here with me when I woke up, but where were you guys?
There's
Well,
wolves
I
staying in
noticed
the
some
field.
quite valuable herbs, like on the outskirts of the encampment. So we traveled out there to pick some. Figured they could be useful, especially like they are quite expensive, so we could sell them. To get some gold. They could have some
what are
useful medicinal properties.
Can me and Seraphim see them?
Sure.
You know, I'm gonna run a medicine check on them.
Yeah. So yeah, I showed them the I mean, like some of the wolf's bane I collected. Well, we collected.
Capitan, I would like to run a medicine check on those said herbs.
Yep. On a 16, you would have come across Wolfsbane. It's one of those herbs that's really hard to get hold of, but it's really, really important, especially when it comes to alchemy and medicines. So Wolfsbane is used in your standard potions, but it's also used in a lot of poisons. Specifically,
Oh, good thing I have gloves.
Specifically, lichens. If lycanthropes consume wolfsbane in any form, it will end them.
Yeah, that's what I was presuming in the first place.
I thought you meant it would cure them. No, it wouldn't cure them. It would end them.
Oh.
I mean, it
Well,
cures some
okay,
of their
fair enough.
lycanthropy. That just happens they die.
I mean, just permanently.
The ultimate cure.
Seraphim looks at the herbs and
Right.
shocked. Seraphim
I
looks
also regret to inform you that I had an encounter with the
What?
And yes, when I was picking the flowers, he came up to me.
What did he say?
He wanted us to not cross his path, and if we were to do so, your pact with him would be broken.
Zero's
So,
just
I
gonna
believe-
like shove their head in their hands and go, okay.
I believe it's paramount to ensure Poland's safety. Find him as soon as possible.
He's safe. I can assure you, he's safe.
Seraphim quickly
You know that.
Seraphim quickly stands up in a shocking, I guess a shocking form.
Yep. And
matter.
Perseverance just tilts the head and says, "How do you know that?"
I apologize. Seraphim, what were you trying to do?
He quickly runs up to Seraphim, kind of grabs him by the shoulder, saying, "Where did you buy that?"
Okay, you ran up to me and asked, "Where did I find that?"
Yes, he quickly runs up to you, grabs you by the shoulders, kind of shakes you a little, saying, "Where'd you get them?"
I mean, I just tell them where the field was, and also let them know we already got like 170 of them.
Do you know how valuable Wolfbane is to us right now?
Extremely. I know they're quite valuable.
More than anything, lycanthropes are deadly alert, deadly to them. We feed them those things, they're gone.
Huh.
You could not tell
Only
you how
figured
perfect
from the
this
name.
is. And more than
Seriously,
anything, it's used in poison and medicine. How much did you get?
About 170 flowers. It pretty much took about 17% of the field. I didn't want to take too much to ensure the integrity of the ecosystem. Ensure
Captain,
that they
how
can
much?
continue to grow.
Captain, how much is that in pounds?
It's almost 6 pounds.
Pounds 2 kgs. 6,
We're
Zero's
over
just
two
gonna
and a
half kilos.
mumble in common and go, God, we're gonna murder somebody, aren't we?
Oh, common this time.
Be happy it's not you.
I know several languages, Xavier. One of them, many gifts I was given with. Or
You would have noticed the sarcasm in his voice as you used common.
Zero's slipping into the tongue of Undercommon and go, would you rather I speak like this?
Uncommon.
He just lifts an eyebrow at you, being like, really? You and your fancy words.
How many languages does Zero actually know?
I know a decent chunk. And I have the spell
Also, Cap.
comprehend languages too, so which makes it even better.
Also, Cap, did I miss anything with the warning he gave me?
No.
It wasn't
Okay,
a
good.
warning, it was celebration.
A threat.
It's saying how valuable this is.
No, I was talking about with the dead one.
Oh, my apology.
So let me get this straight. You found wolfsbane, which, according to our resident Seraphim here, is a poison to lycanthropes. You spoke to the dead one. He said if we get in his way, my pact with him is broken. And, is that about right?
Right. He also threatened to pick his pet Komodo dragon if we interfered.
Come on in.
No, I should have not let out the party. Shouldn't do that.
Hence why I think we should, well, find Poland.
He's fine.
How do you know that?
I just know. When I was in the fire, he came to see me. It's how I got through the trial.
I see. Well, that's good to know. Well, with that, what do y'all think we should do now? We obviously can't pursue the, well, whatever is going on with the were-rats on, because that could interfere with the dead one. And we do at least know Poland is safe, but we just don't actually know where he is.
My question is, what constitutes as interfering with Vile? It could be anything.
Probably living.
Well, not quite living, but more, I'm guessing mainly just fighting it against whatever planet. And trying to steal him again.
He wants to end all life, so...
If he wanted to end our lives, he would have broken his side of the pact and just killed us all when we were over at the Centaurs camp.
Yes, but he does seem to be quite honorable. Because he has kept his side of the pact.
I apologize. What were you trying to say, Ravina?
Oh, he finds us useful, though.
What do you mean by useful?
We find
Well,
all
if
the
he
juicy...
follows us, then any ally that we find, he can just wipe out, and then he can systematically, you know, take out all resistance to his revival.
That is rather tricky, and makes sense. All I know then is simply how to get stronger. Training skills, so
Getting stronger won't be enough. One of the centaurs walks up. One of the elders. I apologize for eavesdropping. I am one of the few who know the truths. And you'd notice a necklace around, like a silver chain around his neck with an open book.
Are you part of the lore keeper?
I am one of the few that still believe that he is around.
Well, I can assure you, he is. We've met him personally.
Then you are blessed.
Sure.
They have forsaken this realm and doomed it. Though my faith in wisdom's gone by remains.
What would you recommend we use instead of what would you recommend?
Avoid a conflict. Find another resolution. Imprisonment may be the only way.
Then we would be back to square one.
As he says those words, you see the tongue of a Komodo pierce through his chest as he is flung 100 feet into the air and disappears without a trace.
We don't even get a chance to attack the Komodo.
Oh, sweet God.
Combat time.
No, it's not combat time.
Damn it.
You don't even
Is
see
it
it.
possible?
You don't even see it. You just see its tongue pierce through the chest. You see the centaur flung up 100 feet and then disappear into what appears to be nothing.
We're click FMV over.
Oh.
Perseverance, you hear. This is a warning. And I will leave you with that. As you feel the air soften around you, the presence of the dead one can no longer be felt in the immediate vicinity.
Maria's like, I told you.
Hey, Cap,
Mm?
could Zero check Perseverance hands? See if there's any marks.
I'll take off my glove. Yes, I guess it's necessary.
Just
Perseverance
take
will
them off,
take off
take
her
them off.
gloves.
Now.
Yeah, right. And you can see that her hands are kind of like a leathery brawn as she holds them out.
As you hold out your hands, you feel a burning sensation as an X is etched into both palms.
God damn it! Ravina, did your hands change at all, or do you still have those 2 marks?
I mean, they didn't go away.
What kind of marks did
what's-
Ravina have?
She's at 2. Should be.
She's at 2.
Are they X's as well?
Nope. They are a
I thought they were like
they're,
lines.
they're more like a tally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was there any more added to your tally, Ravina?
No.
Okay. Captain, are the marks are the marks just like Ravina's, like magic-wise?
They are different, very subtly different. Ravina's appears more as like just a mark, if that makes sense. Like it is just a tally, but it is etched into the flesh. Whereas Perseverance's marks, they feel more like a homing beacon. X marks the spot.
Oh.
The next
Chop off the hands.
I'm like, hey, once I get my sickle back, sure.
I'm going to say this. we're fucked. And not so eloquent terms. This-
Missile.
I'll just.
You're gonna need to repeat all that perseverance.
Comprehend.
Jess, you're gonna have to repeat all of that. You're very, very quiet.
Okay. Well, I said, and Perseverance just, look at her hands. She says, I knew she was powerful. I couldn't comprehend the feeling.
You're
You need to get
very,
closer to your
very
microphone
quiet.
because you.
Oh, oops. Okay. Okay. Pretty much, she said, she can't believe, and she knew we were going against something powerful, but she never comprehended it would be this kind of powerful.
Vile is of ancient magic. This, in more apt terms, feels like a beacon.
Capitan, does Seraphim have anything?
Not yet.
He's honed it in on.
So wait, hold on. Out of character for a moment. So
Yep.
far, we have Ravina, who's got tally marks on her hands.
Yep.
Perseverance that has X marks the spot on them.
Yep.
Zero's constantly being followed by death.
Yep.
Oh boy, folks.
I think we're coming
Hey,
across
I'm
horrors
just
beyond our
upgrading.
comprehension.
I
Yep.
just got 3.
Now you understand the genre.
Yes.
Roll
Gothic
credits,
horror.
folks. Okay. So, we could do this one of two ways. We could either find a shrine or something of equal power to get rid of this, which I highly doubt we would, especially with how the state of everything is. Or we could try chopping your hands off. It's up to you. Sorry.
Neither option is desirable. Especially
Well,
because of my nature.
it's not like we
Dude.
have a spell to, unfortunately, to get rid of this. I don't even think that would be powerful enough.
I think our best course of action here would probably be head to Poland.
It's the question of where exactly he's at.
Right.
Well, right now, what I
Last-
believe our best course of action would just be leaving. In your own words, you know death is following you. Why don't we avoid any deaths for the centaurs and get out of here as fast as possible?
Yes, and let's not bring this up amongst listening ears. You don't need to risk any other lives.
Fine. Put your gloves back on and let's. The last we knew where Poland was at was in Crescent Keep. He slammed into the castle walls. Oh, he is fine.
Then Crescent Keep it is.
Right?
Didn't he say he
I'm on
went to
there.
Canaria?
Well,
So,
I mean, you can explain.
with the last session, not the lesson, but the session where we met Jeff, it was revealed that because Jeff did mind memory thingy and stated that Zero saw Poland crash into the walls of Crescent Keep
Right.
because they
And
were
then you
on their way to
contacted Poland.
Chunaria.
Did we leave Jeff out in the forest?
Yes, we
Yeah,
did.
he wanted to stay there.
Yeah.
Building a tavern, remember?
Yeah.
He's going to make a lot of friends.
Exactly.
I'm kind of friends.
Okay, back into character. I apologize. What were you saying in character again, McMuffin?
It wasn't in character. I was hoping to discuss it, but Poland, you contacted him. He told you, yes, he crashed into Crescent Keep, but then he went to Trinaria.
No, we know he crashed into Crescent Keep because Jeff told us while he was like explaining how he escaped. So, as far as we know, Poland is doing what unless it crashed out in Crescent Keep.
Cap, am I insane?
I think that's something like you can only answer for yourself.
And also, which flavor is insane?
We're playing a Gothic horror campaign, roll insane. Especially with the amount of trauma we're getting from Captain over here.
Yeah.
Captain, just so you know, I'm sending you my therapy bill.
Me too, Cap. And it's exactly $25.
Actually, no, for me it's $40 because, you know, Australian.
Try $.
This is why we all play D&D, isn't it? To address our unhealed traumas.
That's
And
true.
acquire new ones.
All I've done is acquire new ones.
Yep.
All I've done
Double
for this
and
whole
pass
entire
on to the
campaign
next person.
is have my, you know, oh, let's do good in the world, be crashed and burned into a pit.
To the point where you're swearing an abyssal every second sentence.
Well, it is their father's favorite language.
At least it's every second sentence.
That's true.
I also I need to ask this. Do you feel sufficiently isolated?
I do.
I'm starting to feel the throes of isolation.
Good. Then the themes are working. The themes are definitely working.
Yippee!
Get a round of applause for
Stay
Captain.
together and don't split the party.
Let's give a round of applause for Captain.
Hold on. Did the one who released the dead one just say, "Don't split the party"?
Hey, that just shows character development, okay? Because that was then, and this is now.
I retract my words.
You make some point, though. We best don't split the party.
Cover more ground.
I'm gonna stick with Zero. Make sure she doesn't kill herself.
Hey, look, man.
Right, hey, personal healer.
Sure about that.
Like Seraphim said, he will risk life and limb to make sure your boo-boos are healed like a daddy should.
Yes.
Ravina, what do you think? Ravina? Zero is asking, what do you think?
About what?
Where we should go. You've been quiet this whole time. I want to know your input.
Well, I figured if we went to this village, it'd be good for you, but bad for the centaurs. That's mostly borne out. I also think we should go to Crescent Keep and check on that that fake king. And if all goes well, then we can perhaps become royalty.
Well, and also figure out what happened with Poland there.
I am also going to just
But
put
Poland
this
isn't in
stipulation out.
Crescent Keep, he's in Trinaria.
No, remember what Jeff said about how, like, Poland crashing into the tower is how he was able to escape? Wait, were you there for that session?
Yeah, Ravina was there for that session.
I think I think I was falling asleep a little bit.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that's the gist of it.
I was so tired that day.
That's alright. You're allowed to be tired.
Rude.
Yeah, like the show is brought but you by monsters and exhausted parents.
But yeah, I would like to go to Crescent Keep.
Yes.
Overthrow monarchy.
Well, potentially.
Well, I'm just going to stipulate this here now. I am not going to turn into the king and take his place.
Aww.
Putting that out there now.
Understandable.
Yeah, obviously the king is dead.
and
Leave that
okay,
to Jeff.
just to fill it in a bit more, it isn't a malevolent fake duplicate. It's more so the king offed himself after his wife died, so his right hand man is just using experiment number 2 to fill in.
Before we go, I best suggest we go tell the elders about. We make sure the elders know that Wolfsbane is a weakness to lycanthrope in case they come attacking again.
Well, we also gotta, ask them if they know about, the Wolfsbane outside town and what they do. And then we can tell them if they don't.
And to make sure we don't have their whittled wide, we gotta ask them, do you know the benefit of Wolfbane in this situation?
Yes.
I like how
Oh,
we're
and
completely
also,
ignoring the
why?
fact that one of their elders died in front of us.
Yeah, I was about to say that. And
What?
also, one of the elders died.
That
Got
dude was an elder?
assassinated.
That dude was an
That was
elder?
an elder.
Yes.
That
One
was
of the
an
younger
elder. It was
elders,
it was one of the
Yes.
lore keepers as well.
Oh shit, I thought they were just a basic center.
No!
No.
Nah.
yes. No,
Shit.
he was almost an aimed NPC.
I hope he wasn't nearing retirement.
Shall we go back and eat his body?
It was just 2 days away from retirement,
No!
folks.
There is no body.
Well,
There is no body.
Oh, right, got disintegrated.
It got flung in the air. We don't
no, we're
know
not
where
talking.
it landed.
I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the first centaur that died in the ambush
Oh,
that we met in the forest.
That's like 2 days away now.
yeah,
Yeah.
that body will be gone by now.
Aw.
There's nothing's out there
I thought we
that'll
were
eat
eating good
that'll
tonight.
eat anything.
I thought that we would have been eating good tonight.
AKA were-rats.
Won't be tonight, because we don't have the body.
Anyways,
Zero's gonna get up
Right.
from where they were laying and put on their mask and go, we should probably start heading out now.
Yes, for sure. We can't stay around for too much longer.
Do you all have your things, or did you manage to get any extra supplies besides this poison?
We didn't get much, and we didn't get anything else from this trip. I think, well, I mean, I can say, we probably stocked up on, basic supplies, like munitions and such, while, no, we were eating with the elders while Zero was, being purified. So, okay, yeah, so we probably haven't replenished our basic supplies.
Speaking of food, Zero has not eaten, so I'm assuming they are
Oh,
starving.
yeah. Oh, yeah, we probably need to
So
go,
hungry you could
MRE.
eat
Don't
No.
you say it, Lord McMuffin.
say it. Say it. Got 2 children figurine. This is just turning to a father, son, and daughter combo right now.
Okay, before we head out to wherever we're going, I'm assuming Crescent's Keep by the sounds of it?
Yes.
Okay, let's gather some supplies because it's going to be a few days out.
Yes, definitely.
Speaking of that, before you all go, I
And
would like.
I don't know, maybe look around to see if there's anything useful, any useful items we could probably buy.
Speaking of that, might I have some of that? Might I have your Wolfsbane?
Oh, yes.
Real quickly out of character.
Yeah.
Real quickly out of character.
Oh,
Captain.
yeah, definitely.
Captain,
Yeah.
what do I need to make potions? Do I need? Can I just make it as a cleric? Question mark.
You would need an alchemist set to begin with and proficiency in it.
So I can't make it, goddamn. What about medicine? Can I make medicine?
That's
See-
a herbalist kit.
Yeah.
Well,
That would be a herbalist kit, you're right. Thank you.
right.
How would that actually work exactly, being the fact I'm a cleric? Good.
You can make holy water. And also just whatever else the ceremony spell can do.
Wait, did he
Medicine
take
check does the
ceremony?
job. Medicine check does the job.
I think
Anyways,
it's a ritual.
actually, I actually had an idea.
What would be a ritual? Sorry,
I thought ceremony is a ritual.
it is a ritual.
I just have an idea. Would Perseverance technically be able to tie the wolfsbane to arrows or something and then shoot it inside of the body of a lycanthrope to instant kill them? Technically?
You can
I
do
guess
so,
it's sort of-
but it's a bit dangerous to do without the poison
Right.
feet.
It's an arrow.
Yes, but well, kind of.
You
feeling
wear gloves.
poison.
You wear
Yes,
gloves.
You can try,
Right, but you know, you also need
but the
poison.
poisoner feet allows you to do it without risk of poisoning yourself also.
But something I was kind of interested in is
One thing I might mention, I have the ability to cure poison.
I wonder. Because okay, yeah, this is uncommon. Oh, okay.
Can we all keep in mind, like during this
Right,
whole
right.
entire time, Perseverance's feet are just screaming?
Oh,
Oh,
forgot
right.
about that.
Forgot about that.
You know, I always assumed it would let out all of the sounds stored up in 6 seconds.
Probably.
I mean, I think it's all the sound storage since I last stopped walking.
Right, and it would let out all that sound in 6 seconds once you stop. That's what I assumed.
Well, I'm not in 6 seconds, but you know, after 6 seconds of not moving, then it screams.
Yeah, but it lets it all out at once
Yeah,
instead
pretty
of
much.
over a period
And-
of time, is what I assumed.
Why didn't we just say it got released in the paddock?
Wait, what do you mean by? Well, okay, there are multiple points where Perseverance most likely stopped moving. Example, the feast. But for that time, she probably would have excused herself, released it, then came back. But
Then it
you know,
would've came back
smaller
again.
screech when she sat down.
You are both the best and worst person for stealth.
Absolutely. I cannot wait to refund this whenever and like that fucker comes back.
Alright, back to the topic at hand. Lady. Thank you for the wolfsbane. Now what? While you guys go
No worries.
collect supplies, I shall go inform the elders of the benefits of wolfsbane.
Right.
So, as you guys come to this conclusion and you start seeking supplies, what supplies are you looking for specifically?
Medicine, yeah, food. Food, actually, is the first thing for.
Right? Definitely to well, I know our character, we haven't really been keeping track of rations. But you know,
Well,
we
it's one.
try at least
It's
get
one
some
ration.
rations.
It's one ration per day, and you've been on the
Okay.
road now for about a week since you
Okay.
left off of Foregon. So it'll be about 7 rations each.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah, I've got one ration.
so definitely need to get some for each of us.
I guess first step would be food for
That's
0, wouldn't
five
it?
5 silver. 5, 10, 7. Okay. Right. Should each of us just subtract 35 effectively, pretty much the cost of the rations from each of our inventory?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Right. So in total, that's going to be 35 silver, or 3 gold and 5 silver pieces.
Yeah, the centaurs would happily trade for some rations and some gold. They'd happily trade with you.
Okay.
Okay,
fair enough.
Seraphim, as you head up to the elders, and you see the empty seat near the center. It seems that you being here, we have lost our divine connection.
We plan on leaving as soon as possible. I simply come here to offer some advice.
We are listening.
From when we first met your companion who had died in the forest, we were attacked by lycanthropes. What he told us is you had done the same, and a big one at that. Am I correct on that?
The lycanthropes do not pose any real threat to us unless they are in large numbers.
Well, that may be true. I might as well happily offer this advice. Do you know what the plant wolfsbane is?
We are well aware of what it is and its properties. It breaks down the blood cells of those with animalistic traits, such as centaurs and lycanthropes, and certain bipeds as well.
Well, that is understandable.
Oh.
You know, that is okay. Well, one thing to note, there is a field just outside of your camp that houses quite a lot of it.
We are aware. This could be dangerous to us. I am well aware of their properties. Nevertheless, it is a mournful time for us, as he signals to where the fire was once burning. It is currently dwindling as a few burning embers in amongst ash and cinders.
Seraphim says in reply, you know, I did not know much about that centaur I met in the forest, but I tried to save him for you. He wouldn't accept any help in that regards. And I'm sorry I wasn't able to save his life and bring him back here alive to you.
We appreciate your sentiment. But that is all it is. Sentiment. And sentiment is no good to a centaur.
Seraphim quickly grabs himself a coin out of his pocket, a full gold coin, flicks it to one of them, and says, "This here is for allowing us to stay the night and food." And quickly takes his hat off, gives him a bit of a bow, turns around to leave, hoping they catch that coin.
They leave it. It drops on the ground near them, and they just leave it because of the manner in which it was offered.
I feel like we accidentally insulted them.
No,
Yes, that would make most sense.
Marasmus did.
Fair enough.
Who's Marasmus? I'm not Marasmus.
Seraphim.
Seraphim.
Yes.
Leave my toes alone.
I don't think Seraphim's touched your toes.
No.
He's a bit too
Where
tall.
rat that did that?
He's a bit
These
too tall
damn-
for what they're doing.
These damn,
Where rat right here.
these damn dragonborn just coming in and touching our feet. It's not acceptable.
Hey, Look,
They're touching
if
your
you
feet.
want-
They're touching your toes.
Look, if you want access to Xavier's feet, you're gonna have to get on Only Feet, okay?
It's feet finder, not only feet.
Why would you know the difference?
Why do you know the difference?
I watch too much TikTok. I've been to a lot of
Understandable.
corners of the internet.
We're gonna unpack that later.
I like the sinister music
Francis.
drop right as that happened.
Turns out I'm the dead one.
You know, with
I
how
am
this
he.
campaign is turning out so far, just about right.
It's more just like, I am he who knows the feet finder.
I am the dead one. My whole goal is feet finder, but in real life.
We should probably
Anyway,
get back on
guys.
track.
Anyway,
idea.
guys.
Let's not feed that to Archie, shall we?
So, you guys managed to gather some supplies, rations, predominantly rations. And I'm assuming you start making your way on the road.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
Oh, wait,
I am
Seraphin, Did you
curious.
tell them about the other?
What do you mean?
Did you only inform them about Wolfsbane and not about what happened to the Elder?
Uh,
Do you really want? They already knew.
know.
The first thing they said is.
It appears we are
Archie
very
calls that.
adept at telling them things they already know.
Alright, let's go.
They're an encyclopedia, but we don't like them.
I am curious though, Captain. I wanted to see if there would be any like magical items there that we could buy or trade for.
I mean, I'm more than
Hmm,
willing
not
to
at the
have a
moment.
new spell.
Okay. Yeah, just want to see just in case.
Oh, Ravina, before we leave, I do have something to give you.
Yes.
Zero's gonna pull out a scroll and hand it to you. It's completely pointless to me. I'm pretty sure there's a god above that was humoring himself, but you know,
I remember.
I figured you could use it better than I could.
I don't really cast magic. What is this?
It's a scroll of disguised self.
What class are you again, Ravina?
I'm an archer fighter.
Didn't we all say
I
we're
don't
doing
cast
something with
magic.
Ravina.
I mean,
I'm
okay. I
pretty.
think the only other magic casters we got is Seraphim and me.
Hold on, I'm pretty sure I did.
No, I cast magic.
Guys, I'm pretty sure I did explicitly state that spell scrolls can be used by anyone at the start of the campaign. So the way spell scrolls work in my games is that you don't have to have the class spell list and you don't have to be a spellcaster. You can still use spell scrolls. The difference
As
between
God
it,
intended.
the difference between it, if it's something that requires a spell save or a spell attack and you don't have any spellcasting abilities, there is no modifiers to it. It is a flat 0.
Okay. As God intended.
Okay, I'll try to figure this out.
If you need help, I can help with it, but I figured you could use it better than I could.
Sure, thank you.
Just be careful
course.
where you use it.
Wait, who said that?
Hmm?
The god that mocked me when he gave it to me.
Oh no, this is evil laugh.
Is this some kind of prank?
I'm pretty sure it was when they decided to do it.
Right, speaking of which, while you were resting, while you were, being purified, I crafted this ring, which I remembered from my studies. It's a ring that allows you to recover some magic, like once every dawn, and I think he might be able to use it best.
You're not proposing, are you? Because I don't.
No, I'm not. I like things in
Come on,
both
that's
ways.
Poland.
I do not like you in that way.
Come on, that's gonna be Poland's job by the end of the campaign. And by the end of the campaign, he's gonna somehow come up to me and say, "May I have your daughter's hand in marriage?"
Oh. Zero's not going to respond with anything like that and just go, if you think it's helpful, I can certainly use it.
Right. Especially since, you cast spells the most out of
It-
So,
Kind of how I was taught.
yeah. So, yeah, you can put an infused spell refueling ring into your inventory.
Cap.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, I'll move.
Wait a minute. I
I'll-
can't have this yet. That's level 6. How did I
Oh.
get that there? Ignore everything I just said because I am a dumb.
That's right.
Cool. Oh, he's speaking to somebody.
Who?
This has a level requirement.
I'm
which I do
talking
not
to you
need yet.
guys. I'm talking to you guys. I'm just
You're
sorting.
looking away.
Huh?
You bitch, you're facing the wrong way.
Yeah, because I'm sorting the soundscape out.
Oh, okay.
Because we're just about to transition
Okay.
scenes.
You made things very confusing for us. I thought you had a single monitor setup, to be honest.
I have 2 monitors and a laptop. I should have 3 monitors, but my third... I changed the wires I was using for my primary monitor, and I don't have the slots in the back of my PC that are cooperative with the slots in the back of my third screen.
Lovely.
I understand that pain.
Get an
Right.
adapter.
Well, retract everything I said about the ring because I do not have access to that yet.
Cool. With that, Zero's going to kind of smile as they fix up their mask and go, I guess we're all ready to go, yeah?
Pretty
I think
much.
so.
About how many days worth of rations did we want to prepare for? Just 10?
Yeah, you would be
That's all I got.
It'll be 10 days to Crescent Keep.
I don't have
Okay.
rations.
Well, you should probably
Hold on,
add 10 of
5 gold
them.
pieces.
How does one even add 10?
Wait, do we all get 10 rations?
Well,
You should
Well,
purchase
yeah, we-
up to 10. At
From-
5
from the
silver
centaurs?
pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 5 silver pieces a ration.
yeah. So...
And how
Okay,
much are you
so...
charging for a day of rations?
Well, Cap did say we could trade for, like, some of it. I mean,
It's
I
fine.
don't know what to trade for.
We'll sort that out in a bit. So,
Yeah, pretty much.
as you guys leave, you see a storm, a very familiar storm drawing in.
Oh, no,
Again.
not again.
And as you leave, the lightning flashes. And you see the hooded figure in the distance, standing, watching, observing.
How far
I can
away
only
is this
affirm.
hooded figure?
Maybe about 75 feet. So not a massive, massive distance.
This is probably a very dumb decision, but I'm full of dumb decisions today. Let's go.
Cast magic
I-
missile.
No, that's later.
I cast fireball.
Much later.
Can I cast message to this person and
You can.
ask and perfect.
Chikara.
Who are you?
Who am I? I am the one that watches. I am the one that observes.
Okay, cool.
Your
that
destiny is one in question.
just mine or the party's?
You pose a threat to the line of fate and destiny. You made destiny shake like the earth beneath you.
Well, what can I say? I'm a real mover.
Be clear, I am neither with you, nor am I against you. I am merely an observer of time.
And your name? Observer of time? Or should I call you Steve?
How about both?
They call me the Watcher.
Steve it is.
There are those
that-
that call me Tim.
I.
And my name is Steve. Anyways. Casting one more message, Zero goes, well, if you ever want to get to know us, quit standing so ominously and menacingly, and we'll happily introduce ourselves. Because to be honest, you kind of look like a person that we don't want to see again.
Need to introduce yourself, Zero.
Cute. Zero's gonna kind of visibly recoil and go, oh, that's creepy.
Your mask and your shifting form is not one of concern. All of your secrets I already know. And yet, I don't know your destiny. Because it is in question. The dead one waits for you to feed him.
Okay. Well, you can tell him if you ever see him that I would like to talk to him again. We have a lot of things to discuss.
You wish to commune with the dead one. The dead one is not one to be summoned.
And I feel like we don't. Boy.
That's if he wants to talk. I am open to talk whenever he wishes.
Be
With my
careful
party.
what you manifest.
I'll keep that in mind. But that Zero's gonna kind of look at the party and go, it's harmless for now. I think we should call it Steve.
Steve.
It's a watcher, an observer.
He's a fucking pervert.
Well, it means no harm. But I guess we can continue.
Anyone else want to ask it any questions before we move on?
Yeah, what's your favorite kind of tea?
I
Depression.
actually just prefer the crumpets.
Oh, ask him if he's Agamemnon. Agamemnon.
Well,
Aganom nom.
Do you have a best
Nom.
mate named
I
Alex?
guess.
Does he have a best mate named
Aganom nom,
Alex?
Boomer. Are you hungry?
Okay.
Well, well, I think I kind of want to message him and just ask him, what do you think of our efforts thus far?
Message.
Because I have the message cantrip as well.
Oh, you're asking him.
Yes.
I believe you are foolish, rash. You make decisions on a whim. You allowed your friend to step into a fire that could kill her instantly. You allowed yourselves to be separated on multiple occasions. You fell through the cracks of destiny and fate. You are dangerous.
Well, all I message back is, I hope we can. I appreciate it. Back in. I hope we will prevent repeating those mistakes again. After that, yeah, Perseverance tells the rest boy, well, asked him what he thought, and we are way too impulsive and keep getting ourselves into too much trouble.
Okay, look, I don't like being called out, but I will fully take it this time around.
Exactly. Let's keep a more level head and be more deliberate in our action.
Nah, full send.
Ravina, what was that person's name again that you asked?
Ask if his name is Agamemnon.
Okay. Zero casting message again is going to ask, is your name Agamemnon? I don't think I said that right.
Do you mean Agamemnon?
Yes. Agamemnon.
I can't. My C's are not working today.
Why do you have eyes? Your C's don't work.
Hush it, Seraphim.
Hey.
Agamemnon is the dead. No, it's not. Hold on.
I was gonna say,
No,
isn't his name like
Villiarius.
Kyle?
Oh, that's right.
Like, isn't his name like Villiarius?
Agamemnon is one that works with the dead one. Agamemnon is a deceiver.
I will say this: Zero is loudly reiterating what they heard.
Right.
In the storm.
Question: wasn't Agamemnon?
In the storm, you see the thunder strike and the lightning flash and the thunder sound out. And as it does, you see this individual. You see his form shift and change into a blue phoenix as he heads for the skies.
Ravina, do you have any other questions left before he leaves?
Does it drop
Well,
further?
Does it scream chicken
He's
jockey?
given us a ton of really useful information.
it is not. But we now know kind of how we're acting so far hasn't been the best. And we got some very valuable feedback.
Hey, so far how we've acted has led us to at least something good. You know, we've cured Zora of her lycanthrope syndrome and her addiction to cheese.
Well, yes, but
Okay.
it was a risky maneuver.
You think?
Xavier, do you have any questions for it before it leaves?
No.
Oh, it's flied off already.
So as you guys carry on, this storm does not ease up. It is very, very tough going, and it does slow you down considerably. The roads become bogs, almost, to walk down. And after a few hours of trudging, you see a rather sizable murder of crows.
Oh, I got this, guys. Caca! Caca!
I feel like I should be offended as they, show off their raven mask.
One of these
I feel
crows
bad.
flutters down directly to Ravina. Ravina, you notice there is a message, like a little scroll, tied to its leg.
Great. What's this say? I will remove it.
In Thieves' Cant, it is
Oh, shit.
written, "The guild has fallen."
Oh, it's good news.
Wait, I thought Xavier was the rogue.
No!
Oh.
We
Wait, then what
Rosina's
was
the
you?
rogue,
Perseverance
guys!
is the
Holy
rogue.
shit! Oh my fucking god!
No, I'm a fighter and an artificer.
Can we just clear up, what is everyone playing?
Artificer fighter.
I think I play thing that goes pew and things, either explode or they miss. So
Right,
So what
wizard.
are you then? Are you, okay, you're a wizard?
I know
Ravina is
Seraphim is a
rogue.
cleric.
That's been expressed. And what is McMuffin?
A fighter.
Well, McMuffin is Xavier.
Heck yeah. So we got
And
1.5 fighters. Half.
And on that note, my friends, we will await and see what next week brings.
Oh.
oh man,
It's a pretty good
Ravina's so
wrapping up
happy.
point.
Ravina's like, this is the only good news she's heard all campaign. Oh, is that the guild has gone down.
I guess you have beef with the guild.
I mean,
Are we talking the
she'll-
Thieves Guild or something?
As
Yeah,
the,
much
as the
more
Thieves
first
Guild.
happier
primary
about her future
sorcerer.
prospects now that
See-
the guild
See, this is what
no longer a big threat to her.
See, this is what I hate about being the DM when you're writing for people's backstories. Is when you know what the plan is and you want to go,
I mean, Cat, we came up with the plan together. But Ravina's happy.
I'm more talking.
know what I mean?
I'm more talking about the DM plan. I know why Ravina's happy.
Yeah.
Is she allowed to
Ravina's
express
like,
that to us, or is
Yes,
that part of a
the
backstory?
guild is no longer chasing me.
Oh, you're being chased by the guild, are
I've
you?
got a
What?
feeling we're gonna be asking some questions later.
I mean, you guys can't read the message because it's in Thieves' Cant.
No,
Well,
but
right.
Ravina just says,
I
this is good news. Good news.
What's the
Hey.
good news?
We'll find out next week.
I've got some good news, guys. I've got some.
Bitch.
I've got some good news, guys. Ravina has crashed the stock market. You can't blame it on me.
Again?
It was not. It was not. It was not my tariffs at all. It was those damned rogues that the entire time.
Yeah, roguing and stealing our goods.
Everyone's
Taking our
selling the
dogs and
stocks.
they're taking the cat.
When a thieves guild sends their thieves, they don't send their best. They send their murderers and their robbers. And they don't send the good, honest thieves like Robin Hood.
Alright, let's not go that far.
So we're playing next week, but skipping the week after, right?
In theory, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Fingers crossed.
One thing I would like to know is, remind me again, why does Perseverance seem so worried about having herself exposed?
None of us really
out of
understand
character?
that.
Poorly worded.
Out of character, she is a tiefling.
Okay, that's right. Remind me again, what is a tiefling?
Devil
elf
child.
woman, demon baby.
Okay.
Devil child.
Sometimes I
Thank
have
you,
to
thank you,
remember
Justin
that
Bieber.
Erasmus
Got it.
is the youngest out of all of us playing D&D.
I am 19 and this is my first campaign.
That's
Yeah.
why I
You're
need my
doing your
youngest
first
Ferrari
time. You're
baby.
doing all right for your first time.
You're doing fine, dude. Like you're like the way you contribute to the party is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because you don't know a bunch of the lore stuff that we do doesn't mean you're not doing a good
Yeah.
job.
Mate, so
Like, that
far,
stuff
I've
will-
managed I've
all
nearly
that stuff
managed
will
to
come in
blow
time.
something up by now, so I'm not completely happy, but I am still happy.
Hey, blowing shit
you're
up
doing
is
a
part
good
of
thing.
progress.
Yeah! I will at least put
Sometimes-
set fire to a forest.
Hold on, I need to end the stream. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, right, we do.
Thank you, everyone who has watched and
these trees, they could use
guys.
a big forest fire.
Seraphim, shush.
Guys, thank you very much for everyone who's watched, enjoyed, and interacted with the stream tonight. It has blown up. It has been up and down on the stream tonight. So thank you very, very much. Until next time, may all your 20s be natural. Good night.
Natural 20s.
Yay.
And don't forget our good sponsor, whoever the hell this is.
Oh
A
yes,
good drink.
that's a good point actually. Before I end the stream, tonight was
That's
brought
what
to
that
you.
is.
Tonight was brought to you by Monster and exhausted parents everywhere. Good night.
We got
We're
a
now-
third advertisement!
Yeah!
That's a high
Making
score,
in cash
Captain.
tonight.
Next session, we gotta make it 4 now.
You gotta
Guys?
pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
If
Yes,
you're
Serena?
if you're not multi-classing, what are you gonna do with your level 4? Are you gonna get an ASI or a fee?
What the hell does that even mean?
Nice.
ASI means ability score increase.
I
Or are you
haven't
getting a
decided
And
yet.